Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
Yeah, you already know this is Pawn's drunk boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Hangover recap. Last night, Madison Square Garden. Shout out to Top Rank. Last show for ESPN. Shout out to ESPN as well. You know, shout out to the Modern Day Warriors, Modern Day Gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. Good outing out there in Detroit. Tony Harrison back. Clarissa Shields. We're going to be talking about that. Good win. The one that actually stole the show, stole the weekend, Emiliano Vargas, have all the ingredients to be. No disrespect to his father, Fernando Vargas, but Emiliano Vargas have all the ingredients to be the next Oscar de la Hoya. He has the entertainment factor in the ring. He got knockout power. He's flashy. He's well put together. En GQ Magazine, ese tigre se puede buscar la funda y se puede buscar la mujeres. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Emiliano Vargas have all the ingredients to be the next Oscar de la Hoya. I just say one thing: stay on course. Don't go for the Turki Alalshikh bag, even if it presents itself. You know what I'm saying? Your team may be, you know what I'm saying, damn, may have that you know what I'm saying, that itchy hand to get that type of money. No. Stay on course. You're young. You don't have to rush. Matchroom Boxing has the best matchmakers. Stay on course. Don't get ahead of yourself. And Emiliano Vargas will very well be the face of American boxing if he keeps doing what he's doing in the ring. He promotes himself very good. They keep themselves humble. They keep themselves in line. Move gradually. Move good. Trust in the same people that manage Floyd Mayweather. Trust in the same people that manage Oscar de la Hoya. And then when it's time to get out the nest, then you make that move. Don't be like Edgar Berlanga, leave quickly. Yeah, you could go and get that money real quick with Canelo Alvarez, and probably you never going to get the Canelo Alvarez money with Top Rank. But stay on course. Remember, it's a career. I know a lot of boxing fans be like, yo, I want to see the best fight now. And at the end of the day, this is a career. It's a career. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Emiliano Vargas with the first round KO. Xander Zayas, and new el puertorriqueño de Puerto Rico. Good outing. Just makes the 154-pound division even more interesting. But did he make a statement? Did the performance of Xander Zayas gave you that impression that, he could be Fundora? Hey, he could be Virgil Ortiz. He could be Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo would have come back to his kingdom. He could be Jermell Charlo. I don't know. I'm happy for the kid. He's 22 years old. You can't really criticize him too much. It's not too much to criticize it, but just like Emiliano Vargas, give them time to get into their man strength. He's only 22 years old, one of the youngest champions in the sport of boxing, alongside with Brian Oman Jr. And look at Top Rank, what they doing. Top Rank is doing an incredible job with Brian Oman Jr. He's a champion. The same thing they did a good job with Shakur Stevenson. The same thing they did a good job with Tofima Lopez. Even though there's been hiccups on the way when it comes to accomplishment, when it comes to setting you up to attain a good accomplishment or greatness, Top Rank is the place to be. But there is a cap. There is a ceiling. And once you identify that ceiling and leave the nest, then it's time. He says Xander is no, he's not. That's what I mean about boxing fans. He is a good, very good fighter, but he didn't send a statement. He didn't send a statement, and that's okay. That's okay. He's only 22 years old. You can't heavily criticize a 22-year-old. We're living in. I understand that Mike Tyson became the heavyweight champion, the youngest undisputed world champion. I understand that he's Puerto Rican as well, and we understand Wilfredo Benitez became the youngest champion in the history of the sport of boxing. Yet, what Wilfredo Benitez did is not normal. What Mike Tyson did is not normal. You're really hit your prime. 26, 27 to 32, when your physical ability and your intellect is coexisting at the highest level. That's what it is right there. That's what it is right there. Xander Zayas is no near his prime, just like Kid Austin is no near his prime. Just like you see what Tofima Lopez did to Vasily Lomachenko a long time ago. That was what, five years ago. 5 years ago. That's how ahead of the game that Tofima Lopez in. And ever since then, he did something so good and so great that it's hard to replicate that what he did to Vasily Lomachenko. There's not another Vasily Lomachenko out there or pound for pound number one that he could go up against. You know what I'm saying? So he's still trying to outdo that Vasily Lomachenko. He did his thing versus Josh Taylor. Jackie Hernandez, la reina de boxeo in the building. Jackie. What's good? A lot of those boxers said if Xander had Berlanga's power, he will be a serious force. Xander Zayas did good. Xander Zayas did good. Did he send a statement? Did he give you the oohs and ahs? No. But let me say it like this. There's a lot of fighters in the sport of boxing right now. The high-profile fighters ain't giving you the oohs and ahs. Maybe this is the reason why this sport has become so much of a niche sport in America, because they not the American fighters of late is not giving the oohs and ahs. Bam Rodriguez is, but Bam Rodriguez is fighting in a division where a lot of people do not pay attention to those division. Unfortunately, but Bam Rodriguez is giving the oohs and ahs. There's very, very few fighters in America that's giving the oohs and ahs of late. You know what I'm saying? Javante Davis supposed to be one of the high-profile fighters in the sport of boxing. He ain't give the oohs and ahs versus Lamar Roach. Shakur Stevenson, who did his thing, versus William Zepeda. And he actually fought in a style in which a lot of people was wanting him to fight in a style. A lot of people was criticizing him, calling him Twitter, calling him a runner, calling him Tom and Jerry. Everybody was piggybacking off Turki Alalshikh. I do not want to see no Tom and Jerry. Stop it, afraid. I don't want to see Tom and Jerry anymore. I hate it. HLD in the building. Was good, HLD. Your boy Xander Zayas did his thing yesterday. He did his thing, but again, I'ma stay with the same assessment of Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas is good, but does he give me that impression that says, wow, he is going to take over the 154-pound division? No, not yet, but he's young. And he don't got to rush. And these other guys that's 27 and 28 years old, by the time Xander Zayas reaches to 25, 26, then, we're probably looking at something highly special. And you know what I noticed? Shout out to Puerto Rican boxing. But let's be real, let's be honest. Even the Puerto Rican boxers that has been the poster boy of Puerto Rican boxing, a lot of these guys never came with hype. They had to earn it. Cotto had to earn it. Trinidad had to earn it. These guys was not coming into the sport of boxing and saying, these guys are the next big thing in the sport. No, they had to earn it. And guys like even Subriel Matias has to earn it. The Puerto Rican fan wasn't just climbing over Subriel Matias. The same thing with Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas was performing, keep performing. The only thing was Xander Zayas was not stealing nobody's show. You know what I'm saying? See, like you see how Emiliano Vargas did? You see what Tofima Lopez did when he was fighting under Bud Crawford's in the undercard of Bud Crawford. He was stealing the show like he did versus Richard Comey. Xander Zayas is not stealing the show. That he's not stealing the show, and he's not sending that type of statement that gives me that, whoa, he's gonna beat Fundora. He could beat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to captivate the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans, especially how boxing is today. Xander is improving. Xander is good. Shout out to Javier Centeno. I like the collab. Look, put it this way. Shout out to Javier Centeno. When I'm watching the fight, and I even tweeted out, I say, yo, look at what Xander Zayas is doing. He's scientifically breaking this man down, Chico down. And shout out to Chico as well, because Chico has come with great momentum going into that fight. He beat Abdul Kokorov. Y'all remember when I was talking about Abdul Kokorov? For how many years I've been talking about Abdul Kokorov? The only YouTuber that was talking about Abdul Kokorov when I was like, hey, yo, give this man a chance in the welterweight division. Right? Hey, yo, Jackie, how many times I say, yo, why Earl Spence don't fight Abdul Kokorov when he became the mandatory March 2019? And everybody was talking about Earl Spence and Bud and Earl Spence and Thurman and the matchups and stuff like that. And there was prolonging. We ain't getting the matchup. But I said, at least give this mandatory. When's the last time the IBF ordered the mandatory for Earl the True Spence? And I said, damn, at least give Abdul Kokorov a chance. And people was laughing at me. But guess what? Chico beat Abdul Kokorov and messed up his momentum. Chico beat on Charles Cornwell. And that was a great opponent to really gauge Xander Zayas. So Xander Zayas is good. He won almost every round. But did he leave that type of statement that, woo, like, did he leave the type of statement that Bam Rodriguez left when he knocked down, when he beat the Cuadras and the Rumba side and the Sonny Edwards and the Juan Francisco Estrada, because he's still young? Did he leave that impression like Tofima Lopez did with Richard Comey? Did he leave that impression? Did he leave that impression like Shakur Stevenson when he beat Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring? Did he leave that impression the way that Gervonta Tank Davis beat Pedraza? Did he leave that impression of the young fighters? No, he didn't leave that impression, but he's still young, and I'm going to go. Did he leave the impression of Kid Austin when Kid Austin knocked out Tevin Farmer in the first round? No. Did he leave that impression of Virgil Ortiz when he did his thing versus the Mean Machine, in which we saw the Mean Machine unofficially drop Terrence Bud Crawford, or when he went to the 154-pound division and beat Madrimov, which Terrence Bud Crawford struggled with Madrimov? You know what I'm saying? Virgil Ortiz been playing anything you can do, I can do better when it comes to Bud Crawford, gauging the opponents that they have, right? But I don't think that Xander Zayas has left that step yet. But I think it will come through fruition very, very soon. The Angry Nick fan loyalty in the building. Shy in the building. What's good, Shy? Oh, yeah, we're going to be talking about, let's run down the topic. Hangover recap. Let's run. And there's a lot of people mad. They mad at your boy Punchy. They like, yo, Punch, yo. Why are you criticizing Clarissa Shields, though? Why are you critiquing? Hey, yo, don't stop putting a black woman down, Punch, man, please. Clarissa Shields wants to be compared to the guys. She wants to be in the pound for pound list with the guys. She said that she could beat men. She said that she could beat Triple G. She said that she could beat Keith Thurman. She said she could beat Keith Thurman. And we all know that the heavyweight division in women boxing is one of the weakest divisions of all of boxing, men and women. So I'm comparing what we say, Clarissa Shields, right? Everybody, if I say Katie Taylor is the best, oh no, it's the GOAT. If I say the Serrano, the 7th division world champion, one of the most decorated fighter in the history of the sport of boxing, no, Clarissa Shields, the GOAT. Yeah, she's the GOAT, man. Stop playing around, Punch. She's the GOAT. Well, let me give my assessment of GOAT talk. And the performance yesterday, leading up to the performance, I'm gonna say right here, right now, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if you're trying to get brownie points. I know some of y'all don't want to critique or want to give your fair assessment of Clarissa Shields' performance or leading up to the fight because y'all want to hold your little friendship with Clarissa, or because you don't want to have a true assessment. You trying to get brownie points. You mother effers it doesn't want to make an assessment like you're waiting on some punani from Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields, one of the greatest that ever laced them up. She's great. Nobody's doubting that. But if we're going to praise and critique Clarissa Shields the way that she wants to be praised and critique and attached to the men, let us do it like we do it with the men. Pause, right? Because I'm gonna tell you like this. I remember when Shakur Stevenson performed versus Nakatilia. He beat Nakatilia in every single round. And guess what? Guess what Shakur Stevenson had to do? Apologize to the fans, because the fans was actually flaming Shakur Stevenson for beating Nakatilia each and every round. So put it this way. We all know that Clarissa Shields is arguably the best pound for pound. Arguably, right, with Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Clarissa Shields. You could put a number one, put a number one. You want to put a number two, put a number two. You want to put a number three, put a number three. At the end of the day, she's one of the greatest that ever laced them up and one of the greats today, right? But that opponent, her opponents, are not even full-time professional boxers. Her opponents is part-timers. Her opponent, not throwing no shades, but Lonnie Daniels is a full-time registered nurse. Okay? She all right, hold on. Let me see if I got it right here. Okay. For the people out here that got this is Lonnie Daniels, ladies and gentlemen. Lonnie Daniels had she fought this. She had a trilogy already. In her sixth fight, Lonnie already had a trilogy. Lonnie in her sixth fight already had a trilogy. She fought. Look at the resume, folks. And she's coming from the lightweight division. As a matter of fact, she said she started boxing because she was trying to lose weight. She got a job. Clarissa Shields is a full-time professional, regarded as the GOAT, as the greatest of all time. She started at the age of what was 18 years ago. She got gold medalist. Lonnie don't got nothing. She just went to college. She got her little. She's a registered nurse. So go 10 rounds like this is the equivalent of Bud Crawford. That you think that Bud Crawford is pound for pound number one. You think that Naoya Inoue is pound for pound number one. Just think about Bud Crawford going 12 rounds with a guy that's ranked number 57 y'all will smoke Bud. Y'all will smoke Bud. Is this Clarissa Shields' fault? No, it's not truly Clarissa Shields' fault. She's so good that maybe she is ahead of her time. She's so good, but then Clarissa Shields should know her sport. Clarissa Shields should have kept her weight down. Why is Clarissa Shields going on the way to the heavyweight division? She knows ain't nobody up there. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 38 heavyweight women ranked in the world. Okay? The second best is 5-1 and is nearly 45 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, stop it. Stop it, y'all. Stop trying to get the brownie points. If you tell Clarissa Shields the truth, she's not going to give you Punani. It's not that you waiting on Punani or something like that. Come on, y'all. HLD in the building con los 5 pesos de Super Chat y Party Game me dice el zángano, el zángano Xander Zayas is the most complete boxer in all of 154 and will clean out the division. No hype needed. He's not a KO fighter. He is a surgeon. You know what I'm you know, people gonna get mad if I say this because I know. HLD. My brother HLD, you know what I think about Xander Zayas? And this ain't no shade because the guy that I'm going to compare with is a winner. He's a winner. He's a technician in the ring, but he doesn't got no power. Is Xander Zayas the Puerto Rican version of Devin Haney? Is Xander Zayas the Puerto Rican version of Devin Haney? Don't get mad now because Devin Haney is an accomplished fighter, y'all. Devin Haney is the youngest lightweight, undisputed two-time division champion. Is Xander Zayas the Puerto Rican version of Devin Haney? Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad at your boy. Don't get mad. He's winning. He's outboxing these guys. Rican Haney. Rican Haney. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. We're talking about the most accomplished fighter of this young generation. Devin Haney is one. So we calling Xander Zayas Rican Haney. It's no problem. All right. That's problem. That could be that's giving him props. I bet he don't get as much hate as Devin. Watch. I don't know. Because he doesn't have. Remember. Let me say, you can't compare to Devin. He doesn't have eye roll back into head like Xander be doing. I don't. That was my point. Why are Puerto Rican fighters have the pressure of being power punches? Because they want to compare. You know why, Shot? Because they want to compare Xander Zayas, Tito Trinidad, to Miguel Cotto, to Wilfred Benitez. Xander Zayas is good. He's really good. 22 years old, have a lot of potential. But I truly, and I like the performance with Patrick Teixeira. Patrick Teixeira was a former champion, but I don't see the it's the statement is the wow. He hasn't given me the wow yet. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a champion, so it's beyond passing the test. We all know that he got skills, got good footwork, got good reflex. He could throw down. He likes to go to the body. He likes a good, nice jab to the solo plex, right hand, good pivot. Oh, he got everything. Xander Zayas got all the ingredients, but no tiene el sazón. He don't got the it factor. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't got that yet. He hasn't shown it. I'm not gonna even say yet. He hasn't shown it yet. And again, he's 22 years old. Let's put it this way. Let's talk about like Kid Austin, right? Kid Austin in his last 2 fights went the distance, but then look how he knocked out Tevin Farmer. Only 22 years old. So it's not that he doesn't have the if factor. He hasn't truly shown it yet. But I think everything is gonna come down together, and everything's gonna I think in 2 fights is going to I think we're gonna see a special performance. We're gonna see a special performance if they keep on in the gym. Keep on being, dedicated to the game, disciplined to the game. I think we're going to see something special of Xander Zayas. Jackie, con los 50 pesos. Jackie, good looking now. La reina de boxeo. I don't get how. Thank you for the $50. I appreciate you. Thanks for the $50 super chat. Appreciate you, Jackie Hernandez. I don't get how some people who say Usyk is in top 5 GOAT because of the level of competition is different than the old days, but they say Clarissa is the GOAT. So is there any difference in competition with the woman as well? I like that, Jackie. I like that. Yo, I'm going to say here right now, Jackie, like I said in my video, Alexander Usyk is top 5 heavyweight of all time. Top 5 heavyweight of all time. And the thing, this is what it is, folks. This is what it is. And there's other people going to be watching. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the people on X. Shout out to the people on YouTube. This is what it is. That some people are a slave to the past. That's what it is. They come up in the era, and it's like music. Like if you tell me who's the best hip hop, or I'll be like Nas. That's it. Nobody's better than Nas. I don't care who comes out. No. Kendrick Lamar. No. El otro tigre. Cole. Nobody's better than Nas. To me, the Nas is it. That's it. Nas is it. Nobody's coming after him before. Nothing. It's Nas. It's never gonna change my position on that. I don't care if I hear the greatest lyrics. I'm never going to say that somebody is better than Nas. And the same thing with the sport of boxing, right? So when people say Alexander Usyk is top 5, he hasn't fought enough in the heavyweight division. Alexander Usyk be the best that this era has to offer. But then what they gonna say? Oh, but this era ain't like back in the days. Man, you wasn't even back in the days. Yo, a lot of these people don't even follow the sport of boxing, man. The ESPN Classic is not even in TV anymore. These guys are a slave to the past. It's like when we was talking about, I wish these fighters be fighting like Roberto Duran and Hearn, and Hagler, I want to see fights like that, I want to see fights like that. Even though that Hagler beat Thomas Hearns in 3 rounds. Can you imagine? I've been saying this for a while. So can you imagine if Gervonta Tank Davis beat Shakur Stevenson in 3 rounds? Y'all all be calling Shakur Stevenson a bum. But we're slaves to the past. So when Hagler beat Thomas Hearns, oh my God, it's one of the greatest fights I've ever seen. Only lasted 3 rounds. Only lasted 3 rounds. What about Thomas Hearns in the round? It only lasted 2 rounds. Only lasted 2 rounds. But I want to see these fighters like back in the days. But Durant quit too? Yeah, he did. How many fighters today quit? Did Devin Haney quit? Did Tio quit? Did Shakur quit? No. But because people are slave to the past, they're not going to give in. Alexander Usyk is top 5. All right? He's top 5. He's pound for pound number 1. And the only one that's going to take him out his spot, if Bud Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez this September 13, Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, Raider Stadium. It's the only way. But it's true. Think about it. Yo, Jackie, think about it if Alexander Usyk, and translated to the men, right? If he was fighting guys of the caliber that Lanny Daniel is to Shakur Stevenson and going 12 rounds. Time out. They were saying this girl was running. Hold on. Wait. They say that this girl, Lanny Daniel, was running. So you telling me that Clarissa Shields, with all her skills, Olympian, and this girl that is a registered nurse, full-time, part-time boxer, that Clarissa Shields couldn't cut the ring off? Wasn't Canelo Alvarez criticized for not cutting the ring off versus William Skull? Wasn't Tofima Lopez criticized for not cutting the ring off Jermaine Ortiz? Oh, but because it's Clarissa Shields, no, we have to praise everything that she's done, everything that she's doing, even the fighter. Hey, yo, I want to see Clarissa Shields give Crew de Jour a rematch. I want to see Clarissa Shields versus Shadja Green. Shadja Green that beat Savannah Marshall, the best victory of Clarissa Shields' career, probably. If she and Crew de Jour want to be Crew de Jour, shout out to Crew de Jour, Undisputed. She wanted to be in the ring last night. She wanted to go face to face with Clarissa Shields because I believe that's a good rematch. I understand that Clarissa Shields beat Crew de Jour in the first fight. I believe that would have been a good face-off. I think that rematch is good because just like back in the days in boxing, there was a lot of rematches because there wasn't really a lot of elite fighters. Muhammad Ali had a rematch George Chuvalo like 3 times, bro. Hey, yo, did Muhammad Ali had a trilogy with George Chuvalo? Think about that. That was back in the days. So Clarissa Shields has to do that today. Clarissa Shields has to fight Savannah Marshall again. Have to fight Shadja Green probably 2 times. Has to face Crew de Jour maybe 3 times. Because it's not enough women, but we know that Crew de Jour come from that has an amateur pedigree as well. You're gonna have to fight her again. I want to see that fight. I want to see Shadja Green. I want to see Shadja Green got great momentum. Get that fight done. Now Clarissa Shields will have to hold the hand of Jake Paul like these other dudes be holding the hand of Turki Alalshikh. She has to give in because most valuable promotions. Shout out to Nakisa. Shout out to Jake Paul. Shout out to Amanda Serrano for trusting a 24-year-old Jake Paul to sign up with Jake Paul after the Lou DiBella deal, right? Trusting Jake Paul when nobody was trusting Jake Paul. And look what most valuable promotion is right now. Amanda Serrano opened the doors. Also, for all the ladies, we saw one of the best cards in the history of the sport of boxing, or the best woman card in the history of the sport of boxing, Madison Square Garden, several weeks ago, right? But where was Clarissa Shields? Because she was throwing darts at Jake Paul as well. I could beat Jake Paul. I could beat men. I could beat men. And that's why this is what it is, that people respect Clarissa Shields, but people don't like her attitude. Because in the end of the day, this is a male-dominant sport. If you check out your analytics, it's 90% male-driven. That's watching the sport, that engage with the sport, and things of that nature. Don't get mad, folks, because I said that Clarissa Shields looked like was in the worst shape of her career. Don't get mad when I said that that Papoose probably is a distraction to Clarissa Shields. We talk about Devin Haney's baby mama over here. Why we can't talk about Clarissa Shields love fest? Don't we talk about Gervonta Tank David and his baby mama issues? Don't we talk about Devin Haney baby mama with Young Thug? Don't we talk about that? Don't we talk about when Charlo having a divorce with his wife? We talk about that. Don't be talking about Tofima Lopez having a divorce with his wife. You don't think that plays a toll? You don't think that's a distraction? You don't think the ladies is a distraction? The same thing for Clarissa Shields. The dude is a distraction. Clarissa Shields looked like in the worst shape of her career. Clarissa Shields did not fight to the level of her expectations and skill set versus a Lonnie Daniels, a part-time boxer, full-time registered nurse. Oh, Punch, what you talking about? Stop hating on. I ain't hating on damn Shields. I'm calling it how I see it. This was Clarissa. Take a look at Clarissa Shields. This is Clarissa Shields when she's in her bag. Look at the last weigh-in. Look at the Chichos. Look at the Chichos, ladies and gentlemen. Clarissa Shields was in the worst shape of her career. I know what I'm talking about. I knew this fight was gonna go. I knew that Clarissa Shields was not going to look like the best self. I knew it. Oh, Punch, you hating? I ain't hating, man. With Antonio Tarver with a wig, I'm not hating, bro. I'm not hating. Come on, man. We saw the flabbiness. Come on, man. I know you was looking at that. I don't know if that was Clarissa Shields or that was Mike Tyson. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know if that was Clarissa Shields or that was Mike Tyson, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Hey, yo, you saw Clarissa Shields' booty. Hey, yo, that shit was like a monster, bro. That shit was talking to me, bro. Yo, when she turned around the way in, that shit was talking to me.
Beat me, Punch. I know you're looking at it. You're looking at the left cheek and the right cheek. Spank it now. Spank it now, what's that, Punch? Spank it. Smell it. How does it smell? How does it smell?
No. Hey, yo, Sha. Somebody in the comment section said, yo, Punch, you body shaming. Why you talking about her weight? I said, yo, you know what I told them to the Sha? Man, this is boxing. Weight is a topic in boxing. Weight class for a reason. 175, making weight. We gotta talk about it. We do it, yo, Sha, we do it with the guys. We do it with the guys. Why we can't do it with Clarissa Shields? Come on, put it this way, Sha. When Xander Zayas did his weigh-in, what everybody was talking about. Hey, yo, he looked like a skeleton, bro. Hey, yo, he looking horrible, bro. Hey, yo, Xander Zayas look like, man, he don't even look, he's not even recognizable. But because it's Clarissa Shields, oh, bro, Punch, you body shaming. You this, you that. Nah, come on, man. We know when Clarissa Shields look right. We know when look. We know that when Clarissa Shields want to look right, she want to look right, right? Even in this picture, even in this photo, that's Clarissa Shields when she's on her grind. I know she look a little bit like Antonio Tarver with a wig, but in the end of the day, man, that's when Clarissa Shields is in her grind. See, y'all gonna get mad. All right, get mad. All right. Yo, you don't qualify for Clarissa anyway. She needs a real man in her life. He said you don't qualify. Hey, yo, I'm good, brother. I'm good. Trust me, bro. I'm good. Even if she was in my lap, Punchy ain't gonna get up. I'm telling you the truth, bro. Hey, she not my type. Anyway, she not my type. Even if she was in my lap right now, she said, Punch, look at my neck and stuff like that. My peepee ain't gonna get up. She not my type. But it's all right. It's okay. Papoose got her. But I believe that Papoose is a distraction. Am I saying that it's Papoose's fault? No. I see, look. Look, folks, he said cap. No, I'm telling you the truth, bro. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, man. I'm not that desperate, my brother. I'm not that desperate. I'm not that desperate. You know what I'm saying? We got queens in the building. We got Jackie in the building. We got Shy in the building. Those are queens. Clarissa annoying, but I would never laugh at her looks or body. That's off limits for me. Her attitude is all I got. Jackie. No, you know what it is, Jackie, to be honest. You know, look. Everybody, if you familiar with the channel, check out the bio of the channel of Punch Drunk Boxing. I'm comedic. If y'all come to this, channel taking everything personal, I should just suggest y'all just walk out, because this ain't personal. You know what I'm saying? This ain't personal. Read the bio of the channel, bro. I'm comedic, bro. It's my personality. I got a lot of love for women boxing. I got a lot of love for what Clarissa Shields been doing. As a matter of fact, you remember when Rick Lazier was in my channel and I was going back and forth and he was dissing Clarissa Shields and I was calling her a queen? You remember? Lono Boxing with a $2 super chatty party que para que yo compre con $2. Lono's Boxing. What I'm gonna buy with $2, my brother? They don't even sell Tropical Fantasy with $2. Hey, yo, they don't even got Honey Bun for $2 anymore. They charge tax. I can't even get a mint ball with $2, but yeah, you gotta up the $2. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna call YouTube right now. Que me quita de the $2 out of the mix. Porque que yo voy a comprar con eso? Si YouTube le va a quitar 30% de esos $2, me va a dar como $1.49. Que yo voy a comprar con eso? Ni una Coca-Cola. Con $2, I can only buy cola sin la coca sin la cola. Come on. Good looking out, brother. He said, Punch, you mad because she roasted you and Southpaw. Hey, yo, Clarissa Shields did a little diss track, her freestyle. Y'all checked her freestyle, the latest freestyle? She was dissing your boy Punch. See, I don't take it personal. I got a lot of love. No. Of course, Jackie, I was just saying in general, right? In general. Jackie always, hey, yo, Punch, come on, Punch, stop it, Punch, stop it. I know how Jackie feels about that. You know what it is, Jackie, is her character. It's her character that makes her unattractive. I don't call nobody ugly. I think ugly is truly an ugly word. I think I will be going against God is, in a sense, is calling somebody ugly, because I believe that everybody is beautiful to somebody. But I think that her attitude and her personality is what makes her unattractive. It's what makes you pick certain things about. Camille, colo $2, otro $2. Good looking now. Shadja Green Shields should be next. No excuse. Facts. HLD says she nasty. But HLD, I remember when you said, hey, yo, HLD. I remember when you used to debate on the panel and saying that Clarissa Shields is your mama. Is your sexy mama. You remember? Yeah, what happened? What happened, HLD? Hey, yo, look at this. I remember when HLD used to say that she was a sexy mama, and Rapstar used to not like her. Now Rapstar loves Clarissa Shields and HLD doesn't. Wow, how things turn, bro. how things just flips around. You know why I like to, ladies and gentlemen, you know why I support women boxing? Because I support women. I believe that women empowerment is great in the sport of boxing. I caught him, right? I caught him, Shy. I caught him. Look, I believe in women empowerment. I believe that women needs all the I believe that it's a gentleman's sport, and men should be gentlemen for women boxing. And, that's why I like what Jake Paul, Nakisa, Jordan Maldonado is doing in the sport of boxing, right? But one thing that I like about the whole thing about Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor was that both of these women, and especially Amanda Serrano, she kept on saying about putting women on. It was like she was putting her second. And if you speak to Amanda Serrano, even behind the scenes, She rarely talks about herself. I'm dead ass. Like, yo, sometimes I even told Amanda Serrano one time, I said, damn, I wish you bring that Brooklyn, that machismo, that Boricua hood. You know what I'm saying? Amanda Serrano never talks about herself. She's always talking about women boxing and women boxing behind the scenes. She's always talking about elevating. Yo, she never talks about herself. I'm dead serious. And anybody that had a conversation with Amanda Serrano, who knows Amanda Serrano, y'all, everybody will be like, yo, Punch, for real. Amanda Serrano is almost like she's sacrificing herself for women boxing. It's not even about her. Like when they asked her, like, how would you feel if you beat Katie Taylor? Amanda Serrano was not. When's the last time Amanda Serrano said, I want to get a knockout so I could tie Christy Martin's record? I want to become a 2-division undisputed world champion when I beat Katie Taylor. When? She don't even talk about herself. She all about elevating women boxing. All about elevating women boxing. And the thing that I like about Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, and Katie Taylor has been a trailblazer, you already know, no women will have any medals if it wasn't for Katie Taylor, is that buildup was totally respectful. It was not girls taking their clothes off to create attention and sell. This was so positive, and that's when, if there is a blueprint that works, follow the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Your body is not going to sell. Your skills, humility, you know what I'm saying, your dedication is going to sell. 15,000 people out there in Detroit is not there because you're showing esa nalguita, feita. It's because you're really good. Clarissa Shields. You know when we talk about, when people say, yo, Punch, your boy Tofima Lopez, yo, he holds himself back, bro. He shoots himself on the foot. I think that's what Clarissa Shields is doing as well. I think Clarissa Shields' personality is holding herself back to becoming not only the biggest star in women boxing, but Clarissa Shields could be named right next to a woman like Caitlin Clark. They already did a movie. But because of her attitude, there was a lot of people in this community that was like, F the movie. To this day, I'll be honest, I haven't seen the movie because of her attitude. I don't want to know a story about her. I don't want to know her upbringing because of her attitude. If she fixes attitude, and I'm not saying that she shouldn't be confident, because I don't knock fighters with confidence. I know there's a lot of fans that hate when they see fighters with confidence, right? A lot of people hate Edgar Berlanga because he's confident. He believes in himself. I don't. I'd rather have Edgar Berlanga believing in himself than him not believing in himself. I'd rather have you believe in yourself than you not believe it. I'd rather you be cocky than be caca. The outlaw pugilist at Clarissa Shields attitude stinks. It does. It does. And that's why I'm going to say it like this. Everything's going to be, if she has a dialogue publicly with Jake Paul and they come together, I think it will be a start of something great. Because I do believe that if Clarissa Shields, yeah, she's probably going to have her ego and say, I do these numbers without you. You're going to need that machine of MVP promotion to get you that fight with Shadja Green. And it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. It's going to be maybe the later Ali versus the Ann Wolf. It's going to be good. Clarissa Shields, all she needs is a good PR firm, right? A good PR firm. You know what I'm saying? A good PR people. Fix a little attitude a little bit. Be acceptable. Because this is a male-dominant sport. It's male-dominant sport. She is very grouchy. She changed. I think that a lot of fighters, they pay attention too much to the hate. You know what I'm saying? Especially and they don't pay attention too much to the supporters. They always need to go back to online and be like, this is for my haters. This is for my haters. Blah, 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 blah. Berlanga is fake confidence, put in the work first, like Xander did. But HLD, Edgar Berlanga was putting in the work. Edgar Berlanga was knocking everybody else in the first round. He was with Top Rank. Edgar Berlanga was the biggest story in boxing outside of the victory of Tofima Lopez, was the biggest story during the pandemic. He was putting in work, but you know what? People was hating on Edgar Berlanga. When Edgar Berlanga was quiet, knocking people out, everybody couldn't wait for Edgar Berlanga to pass the first round to shit on him. So what do people want? Edgar Berlanga with no confidence or with confidence? Edgar Berlanga put in work, bro. Is that people couldn't wait for his downfall. Oh, he need more rounds. As soon as he passed one round, and I've been doing videos, we've been going live ever since with Edgar Berlanga, right? And when he went past the first round, everybody was saying, oh, you see, he can't knock out everybody in the first round. See who he's fighting, though, who he's fighting. People was waiting on Edgar Berlanga's downfall. And then when the hip-hop culture started to grasp, when Fat Joe started to see, oh, this is going to be the next Puerto Rican star, let me jump on this wagon. It's Edgar Berlanga's fault that the culture, the hip hop culture, wanted to support him. Yeah, people just want to see a downfall, bro. Ain't nobody was big enough Puerto Rico louder than Edgar Berlanga. Nobody was big enough Puerto Rico like Edgar Berlanga outside of Amanda Serrano. Not Xander Zayas, not Super Matias. Hey, yo, he was putting Puerto Rican boxing back in the map. He was. And that Canelo performance was good. To the point where I remember, man, when I even went back to the block, everybody was saying they was proud of Edgar Berlanga. Now, because he was out there, got a lot of confidence after the Canelo Alvarez fight. Well, he got a lot of confidence because everybody said that he was going to get knocked out. Went a whole 12. We all know that his levels is way below Canelo Alvarez, and he put up a good fight. Put up a good fight for his level. Put up a good fight. People are just used to quiet guys. Wilfred Benitez era quiet. Tito Trinidad was very confident and stuff like that, but the Puerto Rican people loved Tito Trinidad. Cotto was quiet. Xander is quiet. You know, Hector Camacho was loud. People loved and people hated Hector Camacho. But he's New Yorican too. That's Edgar Berlanga. He just have that New Yorican attitude, which I like. I rather like than him be down on himself and saying, oh, I'm not good. Yeah, I'm bad, right? Yeah. People don't like to see confident. I think that confident tampers with people's ego in boxing for whatever reason. We don't want to see somebody confident. It's like people hate to see other people confident. People, you know what I'm saying? I think that Edgar Berlanga could come back, get a couple of wins, good wins. Trust in the matchmaking, trust in the team that's willing to give him some longevity for his career and not get a quick buck. That's what's happening to Edgar Berlanga. That's what happened to Edgar Berlanga. That Edgar Berlanga went for the quick buck. He was not highly prepared for Canelo Alvarez, and he went for the quick buck for Turki, Alalshikh, and Shiraz. He could have but remember, Edgar Berlanga was already selling as much as Tio in the Hulu theater. If you would have even would have stood up with Top Rank and build, Edgar Berlanga would have keep on building up to the point where he was still going to get that Canelo Alvarez fight. It was inevitable. I said that 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I said that Canelo Alvarez was going to fight Edgar Berlanga, and it came through fruition. Because you couldn't deny. You was not gonna be able to deny the Puerto Rican fan base. Cocky and delusion. Jackie said cocky and delusional are two different things. Saying you can beat men fighters up in a delusion. Yeah. Facts. Berlanga was outboxing Shiraz. He effed up when he started going forward. Yo, Edgar Berlanga is good, but if people waiting for Edgar Berlanga to be the next Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward or something like that, like, I think that's what it is. People have so much high expectations because they're just slave to the past. They're slave to greatness and think that everybody that is not up there, if Edgar Berlanga is not what Trinidad did or what Cotto did, then yo, he's now about to touch his prime. He was not outboxing anything. His confidence, his confidence and the culture was loving him is the reason. Come on, man. Yeah, this is American boxing. Nobody is loved down here. You know that, and that's the reason. You guys hate on Shakur. You guys hate on Tank. You guys hate on Tio. You guys hate on Haney. You guys hate on Berlanga. I remember when Boots Ennis fought Karen. Oh, he ain't the real deal or whatever. Virgil Ortiz will butt with Chuck. Everybody, y'all hate every American fighter, whether they black or Latino. They never get the benefit of the doubt. They never get the benefit of the doubt. Everybody in America is waiting for a downfall. This is the only fan base that wish for a whole company to be buried like PBC. And now look, he said, Nikki, no, that's you. No, that's y'all. I don't wish on the downfall of PBC. I say, damn, yo, shout out to TGB, PBC, Al Heyman. I don't like that Top Rank is out, that ESPN is not partnering up with Top Rank. I don't like that. I don't like that these networks are leaving boxing. You guys go out here and say, Heyman, PBC is sinking ship. If PBC sinks the ship, all the fighters are sinking with them. Oh, what Top Rank is going to do? Well, guess what? What Xander Zayas is going to do next? What's going to happen to Xander Zayas and Keyshawn Davis? What platform they're going to be on? Is there going to be a prolong of their career? Where are they going to go? Because people are so, look at Top Rank. Yo, Tio shouldn't get a fight. Yeah, you want Tofima Lopez in the ring. Oh, yo, Devin Haney is running. F Devin Haney. And as soon as Devin Haney says, I want Brian Omi Jr., yo, that's a good fight. Yo, that's a good fight. What? Oh, you must be new to the channel. He said, you always, this is Shakur. You must be new to the channel. I think you got me confused. Hey, yo, somebody tell this person he got me confused. You got me confused, buddy. Because I'm a fan of Shakur Stevenson. Now I know that. And I never seen you in the channel either. So I know that this person is new to the channel. Hey, yo, somebody tell this person he new to the channel. He said, you always, this is Shakur. You new to the channel, buddy. Maybe I don't know which other channel probably look like me or something like that. I don't know. Hey, yo, I don't know. Now he looking like Nikki looking at time out. Am I in the right place? Nah, bro. You got the wrong guy, bro. Because even when the whole world was dissing Shakur Stevenson, he's doing the block. Yep, yeah. That's what I mean. That people come to channels and they're already saying something that they're not even in tune with the channel. Like, who is this person? He said, you crazy? I'm probably one of the few channels that wasn't getting on Shakur Stevenson performance with Eddie De Los Santos. As a matter of fact, I'm Dominican and I was blaming the Dominican fighter for not being accurate. Yeah, bro, you got me confused, brother. You in the wrong place. You got me confused. He watched some Punch AI chat. You crazy. Shakur Stevenson is one of my favorite fighters, bro. So you got me confused. Just like I said yesterday, Shakur Stevenson is a tough outing for anybody. I think that Tio beats him though, but it's going to be a tough outing. It's going to be a tough outing. What else? What else on the menu? What else on the menu? What else on the menu? Hold on. Wait. Before we go to Xander Zayas, let's talk about Rohan Polanco. I said yesterday on Twitter that Rohan Polanco beats Brian Norman Jr. And everybody was like, oh, get that funny, yo, look what he did with Randall, yo. What? He did better with Randall than a lot of the fighters. I'm not, look, just like there's people out there that don't want to be convinced with Xander Zayas, I'm not convinced with Brian Norman Jr. just yet. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter. I know this community very, very well. The reason why people are up on Brian Norman Jr. is two reasons. They're slave of him knocking out nobodies, and they hate Devin Haney and Bill Haney so much that they are siding with Brian Norman Sr. and Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. has not done nothing in the sport of boxing. I think that Rohan Polanco beats Brian Norman Jr. I'm not saying it's not going to be a good fight. I'm not saying that Brian Norman Jr. can't beat Devin Haney, but I'm not convinced of Brian Norman Jr. just yet. I'm not convinced. I believe that Brian Norman Jr. has the most manufactured resume in the sport of boxing today. Brian Norman Jr. has the most manufactured resume, especially of these young crops, this young generation. He has the most manufactured resume in the sport of boxing. I am not convinced. Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. Kell Brook had one of the most manufactured resume out there in the UK, but he did beat Sean Porter. So I'm not saying that Brian Norman Jr. can't get a good win. I'm just not convinced of Brian Norman Jr. just yet. It's not hate. I'm just not convinced yet. I said, look, folks. And then people was like, oh, no, but look, everybody's resume is like this. No. Not everybody's resume is like this. Not everybody's resume is like this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most manufactured resume in the sport of boxing. Ain't no disrespect. It's just, it is what it is. There's no disrespect. I'm not disrespecting somebody when something is facts. This is the most manufactured resume in the sport of boxing. Am I lying? Am I lying? Anybody in the chat? Am I lying? Oh, because he knocked out Saka Cookie from Japan. I'm supposed to be like, oh my God. He's the greatest welterweight. He beats them all. You lucky Buck Crawford, you're not in the welterweight division. You lucky Keith Wood, Tom Thurman. He will beat you in your prime. My ass. He ain't done shit. He's done nothing. But give me a highlight reel. Jackie said, I'm biased with Norman Jr. You know what? I just don't like that they will put Brian Norman Jr. It's almost, they giving me the Tim Tszyu vibe. And not even Tim Tszyu had a resume like this. They giving me the Tim Tszyu vibe. When Tim Tszyu was regarded better than Jermell Charlo, and I had to come out in these streets, YouTube streets, and actually debate and argue with Yo, there was a poll out there that said that Tim Tszyu was better than Jermell Charlo. I said, damn, I thought I was in a community of hardcore boxing fans. And I had to really reconstruct. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to be in this community, to be honest. To be still engaged, because I said, man, I thought this YouTube boxing was about, was really about hardcore boxing, but it's not. The hardcores is just as casuals as casuals. Stallion, which was a very solid contender, I was following those guys. I'm not saying that wasn't a good win, but that wasn't the win that also got me like, he didn't beat Brian Norman, didn't beat a former world champion. He didn't beat Porter. He didn't stop Danny Garcia. He didn't beat Ugas. He didn't beat Spence. He didn't beat Thurman. He didn't beat none of. He didn't beat. And then look at Rohan Polanco's resume. It's not like Brian Norman Jr. Look at his first fight: 6-13, 8-5, 8-3, 12-1, 24-11, 27-15, 5-1, 31-32. So he got 1-2 upside downs opponent, right? 15-1. That's not that is building a fighter, but it's not manufacture. It's not look at this resume. Look at that resume, Rohan Polanco, and look at this resume, bro. And look at this resume. Look at that resume, folks. I don't care what that's the facts, bro. This is manufactured to a T, bro. How you got almost 20 fucking fights? Like 51. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You got 16 fighters on your resume with losing records, bro. You got 16 fighters with losing records. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, beat Devin Haney, and I'm convinced. Beat Devin Haney, and I'm convinced. Also, hangover recap of the weekend. Shakur Stevenson says, I seen you say you want to fight me, Tofima Lopez. What's stopping it from happening next? And this ain't no bluff. Let's make boxing great again. Tofima Lopez says, I'm going to repeat this like I said to Barbosa. Be careful what you wish. Be careful what you ask for. Right? Yeah, at the end of the day, that was Tofima Lopez that actually asked for the fight because he was with a streamer. And the streamer asked him who you want to fight. And he said he want to fight Shakur Stevenson. So Shakur Stevenson is actually replying to Tofima Lopez statements with that streamer kid with the one with the glasses. I don't know his name. Right? Shakur Stevenson put this on IG. He put a sparring photo with Tofima Lopez and himself, and Tofima Lopez had blood on his shirt. And he wrote down, if you see it right here in the bottom, it says, not my blood. Low Nose Boxing says, you're going to be a believer after he takes care of Tio's dirty work by KO or TKO. Well, let me be a believer. It's not bad for you to make me a believer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got to believe without you putting in the work. You know, there's certain fighters that I give the benefit of the doubt. It's like when I told the people a long time ago, 7 years ago, that I said Jerome Bruce Ennis was going to be the king in the 147-pound division, and a lot of people not caught on with Jerome Bruce Ennis. I told y'all that Keyshawn Davis was going to win a world title early. I even told Keyshawn Davis when he was in the amateurs, when I was interviewing Keyshawn Davis, that he was going to become a champion very, very soon, very, very fast as a pro. That they was not going to build them up like 5 years and then becoming a world champion. I told y'all that a guy I was talking about, Tofima Lopez, and I said that he was going to be the captain of the generation, the commander in chief. And look, he fought Vasily Lomachenko doing Gervonta Davis dirty work. I feel like I do got an eye for talent. I've been saying things years before, and it comes to pass. HLD with the $5 super chat says, Xander's don't excite you, Punch, but Norman Jr., a KO fighter, is overrated to you, especially in this last 3 fights. All KOs. What the F? Make up your mind, because it's who he's fighting. I ain't never said nothing about knockouts and decisions. HLD, I never said nothing about knockouts. I said making a statement. A statement to me is not a knockout. A statement to me could be a knockout, but a statement to me is not a statement to me is what Tio did with Richard Comey, which was a knockout, and what Tio did to Vasily Lomachenko that beat him in every round. Not every round, but outboxed him. That's making a statement to me. Making a statement was even Shakur Stevenson when he beat Oscar Valdez. That was making a statement, or a statement that he did with even William Cepeda, where he fought in a way that a lot of people didn't think that he could fight. Making a statement is Stephen Fulton beating Angelo Leo in Angelo Leo's game. That's making a statement to me. Making a statement is not Brian Norman Jr. is knocking out nobodies. That's not a statement. That is a way for me to feel hype. Yeah, I like it because I'm a fan and I like to see something, I like to see knockouts or something, but that's not making a statement. Brian Norman Jr. did not truly make that type of statement, in my opinion. Guys like Jerome Bruce Ennis versus Stanionis, that was a statement to me. Keith Thurman, when he beat Sean Porter in the decision, that was a statement to me. Or when he beat Diego Chavez, that was a statement to me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a knockout. And bro, Xander Zayas does not excite me. That doesn't mean that he's not good. That doesn't mean that he has the potential to be great. I'm not a huge fan of Devin Haney. But guess what? Devin Haney is a winner. Xander Zayas is a winner. I feel like Xander Zayas is the Rican Devin Haney. That's it. That's not putting him down. Anybody feels I'm putting Xander Zayas down just because he doesn't excite me? He doesn't excite me. He doesn't. He don't have that exciting. He has not really send statements, steal a show. He don't do that. But I believe that he is a winner. A winner. He doesn't excite me. Zayas hits his opponent clean. I like that. He hits his opponent clean. Just like Devin Haney hits his opponent clean. J Mike says, yo, nah, son, I was not impressed last night with the clinching. Shout out to Rome. Yeah, like I don't know what people want me to say. What should I say about Xander Zayas' performance other than he won? He outboxed the guy. He showed some good footwork. He said, Devin don't fight nothing like Xander. Xander's punches. Devin Haney punches. Devin Haney knocked out this dude. What was it? One of the best knockouts in 2019 on his come up. Devin Haney was knocking people and hurting people as well. Yeah, he was. Yep. When he knocked out Moran with that one shot, left hook. I haven't even seen that from Xander Zayas like that. But Xander Zayas is the Puerto Rican Devin Haney. It's nothing bad, bro. That is good. That is good. You know what I'm saying? Virgil Ortiz will whoop Xander Zayas, bro. And I like Xander, but put him against Virgil, man. Virgil, don't punch with Virgil. That's all I'm saying, Xander. Don't punch with Virgil, bro. Who did Devin Haney knock? Because that I know you talking about. Yeah, that KO in 2019. But look, that's Devin Haney. We're talking about Devin Haney 2021, just like Xander Zayas 22 years old. Or you think that Xander Zayas is going to try to outbox guys? I don't think he's going to knock out Fundora. Hey, yo, who wins? Keith Thurman or Xander Zayas at 154? Y'all think that Xander beat Earl Spence at 154? All I'm saying is he didn't give me that impression that he could beat these guys like that. Because he could compete. I think he could compete with all of them. But I'm looking at it like, is he got that special ingredient that He don't got that for me. He don't got that for me. Not yet. He's only 22 years old. He said, HLD said, Virgil can't do shit unless he gets, Virgil Ortiz will whoop Xander Zayas' ass, bro. That motherfucker will make it split. He'll make him piss blood. He'll make him piss blood, bro. No, you don't. No, you don't, Willie G. Stop it. No, you don't. You don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Xander has not captivated nobody's imagination, not one. Ortiz needs to stop ducking. Shit. Ortiz is the shit. Now Ortiz give me it's Ortiz. It's like what Floyd Mayweather said about what was it with Triple G, but I'm not saying that Xander's Triple G. He said he don't got special effects. Xander Zayas don't have special effects, but he's good, bro. He is Devin Haney. He is the Puerto Rican version of Devin Haney. All good jab, good style, good footwork, but doesn't have special effects. That's it. Emiliano Vargas, special effects. Ben Rodriguez, special effects. Tio Show, special effects. Tank, special effects. Boots, special effects. I'm talking about special effects. You could be good, but what? Give me something else. Give me something else. Give me something else. I like watching Fundora swing for the fences every fight. Fundora is a risker, and now Fundora is heading to his prime now, and now he knows how to establish his range. See, because that was the problem with Fundora. See, back if y'all was following me before, I wasn't convinced about Sebastian Fundora because Sebastian Fundora, and I used to say this all the time, Sebastian Fundora and Brandon Figueroa got the same problem. They do not know how to control range. They do not know how to fight within their range. They fight to the height of their competition. But Sebastian Fundora has changed. It's going to be very, very hard to beat him now. He knows how to establish the jab. He's not going overly. He's not smothering himself when he's banging now. Pause. Sebastian Fundora is becoming a smarter fighter. He knows how to control his range. Now it's tough to beat him. These guys should have fought Sebastian Fundora before. That's the reason why he got in. That's the reason why he was getting in trouble with Erickson Lubin, Brian Mendoza. But now Sebastian Fundora is tough. Now he knows how to use that 6'7", 6'6", 6'5", whatever he is, frame. Use the jab, chopping down, good hooks, stays away. It's tough. It's tough now. It's tough now. It's very tough to beat Sebastian Fundora. And that's another thing. And that's another thing. See, just like I wasn't, that's why I wasn't convinced with Sebastian Fundora in the past. Look at Brandon. That's the reason why Brandon Figueroa would be losing. Because Brandon Figueroa was what? Brandon Figueroa was like, what, 6'2", 6'3"? In that division, and he don't know how to establish that type of range. He don't have this. Now Sebastian Fundora got this. Brandon Figueroa did not make his adjustments like Sebastian Fundora made his adjustments because of their height. You know, Fundora would get beat. I don't know, man. Everybody is vulnerable in the 154-pound division. That's what I've been saying for years, that 154-pound division is a landmine. That's why a lot of people didn't want to respect Jermell Charlo. And I told y'all, Jermell Charlo cleaning his division is a pound-for-pound fighter. A lot of people wanted to disrespect Jermell Charlo because a lot of people were saying, oh, yo, the 154-pound division doesn't got nobody. No, it's not that they didn't have nobody. It's that you couldn't pronounce their name because a lot of these guys wasn't in America. But not everybody respects the Majramov, the Boachuk, the Bankrum, what's his name, Bankrum, the Muristai, Velivilla, whatever their name, however you pronounce their names. But the 154-pound division was always like that before. And y'all was shitting on Jermell Charlo, y'all was shitting on Demetre Andre. Who these guys are fighting? Yeah, they fighting the same type of fighter that y'all naming right now. Figueroa, all heart, no skill. Xander's vacate belt, champ. Please. Xander's, I'm telling you, everybody got their vulnerability. Xander's is in a tough division, and everybody have shown their vulnerability. Virgil Ortiz shown his vulnerability. But Crawford shown his vulnerability at 154. Fundora, Erickson Lubin, Ramos, Mendoza, Tim Tszyu. Everybody has shown their vulnerability at 154. 154 is the landmine. Tony Harrison. Everybody shown their Conwell. Everybody has been exposed in a 154-pound division, and it's gonna be tough. I like a fight with Xander Zayas versus Josh Kelly. You beat Josh Kelly in impressive fashion, a guy with the amateur pedigree like Josh Kelly, and I'm gonna tell you like this, baby. Then you talk. Then I'm like, oh right, I like it. I do like the win with Patrick Teixeira. I do like that win. Even if Brian Castano was still in the 154-pound division and still in shape, that would be a tough fight for Xander Zayas. Even if Brian Castano in shape will be a tough fight for Xander Zayas. As a matter of fact, the 160-pound division is easier than 154. Xander Zayas will have a better time at 150, at 160 than 154. And looking how he looked like a skeleton, hopefully he gets a better nutrition and look better on those weigh-in. He did rehydrate good, but maybe he's cutting way too much. Maybe that's why we're not seeing the type of power that we need to see. Maybe that's what it is, because he looked unrecognizable in that weigh-in. Zayas is becoming a clincher. I don't like, because like I said, Xander Zayas is the Rican Devin Haney. ¿Qué lo que? Dímelo, Ricardo. Xander is the Puerto Rican Devin Haney. I'm telling you, I see the resemblance. I see the clinch. I see the movement. I see the it doesn't have that. He doesn't have that power. Like I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. He should move up. Maybe he should move up. I think he just became a champion. I think this division is good. His division is good. I want to see a fight with him with Josh Kelly. I think it'll be a great fight. I think if he fights a Keith Thurman, I think Keith Thurman beats Xander Zayas. But I would like to see Xander Zayas versus Erickson Lubin, Josh Kelly next. I haven't seen Zayas run as much as Haney. Haney only ran one time, bro. Haney only ran one time, though. Devin Haney didn't run from Lomachenko. Devin Haney didn't run from Regis Prograis. Devin Haney didn't run from Linares. Devin Haney didn't run from Jojo Diaz. Devin Haney didn't run from Camboso. Now, is Devin Haney an underwhelming fighter? Yes. But he only ran one time. He didn't even run from Ryan Garcia, even though he was getting beat up from Ryan Garcia. He didn't run after getting beaten up. Matter of fact, he was getting up and trying to go after Ryan Garcia. Low Nose Boxing says, an in shape Danny Garcia beats Xander. Low Nose Boxing, you Puerto Rican. What you feel about Xander Zayas? What's your take about Xander Zayas? Xander hurts his opponents. Devin tickles them. Huge difference. Devin is hated. That's what it is. And we all know that. Garcia has power. He will be stupid not to use all his options. Ryan made a runner of Haney. The pass was versus smaller fighters. You're right, Punch. It's recent trauma, I guess. Lowe does not like Xander. Why? Does Xander have a killer instinct? I don't know. I don't know, man, because there was certain look. I even said, look at if y'all follow me on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, I was saying that Xander Zayas is scientifically breaking Chico down by hitting the arm, like, and I said just like Roy Jones Jr. did Harding. If y'all remember Roy Jones Jr. versus Harding, Roy Jones Jr. was just punching the arm throughout the fight. And it was kind of underwhelming that people didn't know what he was doing, right? He was just punching the arm, punching the arm. Roy Jones Jr. tore this guy's bicep, bro, punching the arm for like 8-9 rounds. That's all Roy Jones Jr. did. Scientifically broke him down to the point where he just couldn't lift his arm up anymore, and he had to quit. Roy Jones Jr. was just punching the arm, and I saw Xander Zayas scientifically break him down. Xander, he was like, F the head. Boom, he was just punching the arm. Boom, boom, punching the arm. And I thought that, I really didn't think that Chico was going to last after the 8th round. But after the 8th round, and I saw then him abandon, it just became, I got bored, bro. I got bored. Who got bored after the 9th round? Who got bored? I dare y'all say that I was excited. Who was Xander Zayas exciting last night? Yes or no? He said the difference between Zayas and Haney is that Zayas can take a punch. We'll see. We'll see when he steps up. We'll see. He said when he steps up step up more, he could probably take a punch. Devin Haney only been in the canvas once. I got so bored I switched to the Shields fight. Yo, that's bad. Yo, that's bad. No, the performance was good. I just got overtime. Even like I knew by the 11th round, he ain't gonna get him out of there. I already knew. Truth always in the building says, yo, Punch, Rohan Polanco versus Brian Norman Jr. Do you think that fight could happen? That fight could easily happen, but we got Brian Norman Jr. going to be facing Devin the Dream Haney. And I think that that's the smart fight for Brian Norman Jr. is Devin Haney coming up. Devin Haney doesn't have great momentum going to the fight with Brian Norman Jr. He got great momentum. He got confidence. I think Brian Norman Jr. needs Devin Haney's name, and Devin Haney needs this fight in the 147-pound division to make his mark in his 3rd division. And I think that, I think both of these guys got something. I think both of these is a good matchup because I believe both of these guys need something from each other. You know what I'm saying? I got Devin Haney winning 115-113 on the card. But I won't be surprised if Brian Norman Jr. hurts Devin Haney, but I'm not convinced on Brian Norman Jr. just yet. And maybe I need one more fight. He's only 24 years old. So he got a lot to show. You know what I'm saying? He could improve. He could improve more, So all I'm saying, I'm just giving my prediction of what I've seen thus far. Rohan Polanco needs to fight a big name. Yeah. And Rohan Polanco is older. Rohan Polanco, I think, is 26 years old. So he needs to get already a step-up fight. But I do really think that Rohan Polanco needs to maybe have that surgery in his hand because he's been having problem with his hand for quite some time. And I know that he didn't want to do surgery because he's got momentum right now. Once you take a step back, that's money that you're losing, and that's how he make his end meet. I think that's the reason why he took this fight. But I remember I did the interview with him, and I spoke to him, and he needs to do that surgery. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying that he don't want to do the surgery because he don't want to, there's a lot of fights on the table for him. But I think that's going to hurt him in the long run if he doesn't get the surgery now. I think if I was him right now, I'd take that surgery now and then come back in the beginning of 2026 and feel as strong as you can be, because you're gonna keep on not. And I think that's the reason in his last 2 fights he don't got no knockouts. I think that he needs to fix his hand. Punch, your take on Shu Shu. That's another person. Shu Shu is very, very good. Shu Shu is very, very good, but you know, he doesn't got no special effects. You know what I'm saying? He's Devin Haney without Bill Haney. Put it that way. You know what I'm saying? He's Devin Haney without Bill Haney. You know, Shu Shu is Shu Shu got skills, but Shu Shu again is not making the type of statement that Shu Shu's not making the type of statement that you be like, oh yo, I need to see Shu Shu versus Inoue. You feel me? Like, put it this way, Bam Rodriguez, who's not even in the division of Inoue, is making the type of statements that you be like, yo, I would like to see Bam Rodriguez versus Inoue. Like, ain't nobody truly even trying to match up Shu Shu with Inoue. Like, I don't think that anybody believed that Shu Shu could beat Inoue. And to be honest right now, I think that a fight with Stephen Fulton and Shu Shu, that would be a better fight. And I got Stephen Fulton. Shu Shu was another New York fighter. I think he got all the ingredients he's very, very good. He just doesn't have that special effects. He doesn't have that it factor. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm not saying it's just them. I think that right now in the sport of boxing, like I said at the beginning of the live, Punch, the Shu Shu beat Espinoza. I think that he could beat Espinoza. I think that he could beat him. But I think it's going to be a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think people are not fazed by Shu Shu's power. You could tell. People are walking through his shots. Vargas' son made a better state. That's what I'm talking about, though. See, that's what you're supposed to do. When you're headlining or whatever, that other fighter, see, Emiliano Vargas is doing what Tofima Lopez used to do on Bud Crawford's fight. He was stealing the show. He stole the show on that Mean Machine card when he became a champion and versus Richard Comey. That's stealing the show. You know what I'm saying? Emiliano Vargas have all the ingredients to be the next Oscar de la Hoya. He has the ingredients now. Again, like I said at the beginning of the live, I said that hopefully his team does not get greedy. If a Turki Alalshikh money grab fight present itself, say no. Say no. I believe that Top Rank right now, in my opinion, should truly be building a family feud fight between DB3 and the Emiliano Vargas brothers. I'm going to tell you, it will do numbers. Build that up now. I would rather them build up Emiliano Vargas versus Keyshawn because they have gone back and forth. Emiliano Vargas versus Abdullah Mason. I believe that Emiliano Vargas and Abdullah Mason is going to take Top Rank. It's going to keep taking Top Rank. It's going to keep Top Rank afloat. And that's what it is. Sometimes you gotta send that statement, give people that this is what's happening in the sport of boxing. This was happening in the sport of boxing. They're not captivating the imaginations and the emotions of the boxing fans. The high-profile fighters are not captivating the imaginations, the emotions of the boxing fans, thus making this sport more of a niche sport, especially on this side of the pond. They're not captivating the imagination, just like Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. did, just like Alexander Usyk did versus Danny Dubois. You know what I'm saying? Just like Inoue did out there for Japan. For Japan, the American fighters, the high-profile American fighters of late, has not captivated the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans. You got to give us more than that. Like, people, this is why boxing is going like this. A lot of people want to blame promoters. No, I think that some of these promoters have put in these fighters in position to take over, to steal the spotlight, to garner the fans, and they're not showing up. They're not. They're really not. Look at Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. Look what Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez. Tofima Lopez did his thing versus Arnold Barbosa, but give me the highlight reel to that fight. Give me that highlight reel of even Tio versus Barbosa. Give me the highlight reel. Like, here, give me the clip that you're going to show the masses and say, boom, here. Give me the clip of but Canelo's not American, but Boots Ennis did his thing. But then the momentum is killed when we hear that Boots Ennis is ducking. That's why I wanted that fight with Tofima Lopez and Boots. That fight should have came to fruition, but Boots messed that up. And then the fans was liking this potential Tofima Lopez and Devin Haney because that's a fight that we've been talking about for such a long time. And guess what? It didn't come to fruition. Now it leaves Tofima Lopez out the door. Now it leaves him out the door. Now you got Turki Alalshikh saying he don't want to work with a guy with Tio. You got Richardson Hitchens, and now you got Turki Alalshikh saying that he won't work with Richardson Hitchens unless that Richardson Hitchens signs with Eddie Hearn. And then when a guy like Tofima Lopez actually calls somebody a dictator, everybody in the sport of boxing doesn't give Tofima Lopez the benefit of the doubt, even though that we know that Turki Alalshikh is actually dictating some shit. Matter of fact, I want to see Demetre Bivol and David Benavidez. But why are we not seeing that fight? Oh, because Demetre Bivol could have gone to PBC, get the fight with David Benavidez, and then Turki Alalshikh. If you're going to go over there, go over there. Just remember what I did for you. Just remember what I did, Demetre Bivol. You was nobody, motherfucker. Right? Don't. And look what Demetre Bivol did. Drop his belt. Even with the Canelo Alvarez situation, Canelo Alvarez could have fought Jake Paul. At the end of the day, you still, Turki Alalshikh, you still could have had that fight with Bud Crawford in September. Canelo Alvarez, if you smart, you would not do that. If you go to fight Jake Paul, this structure of the 4 fights and the money that would give is no longer. Go ahead, go. Dictating shit. Look at right now. Alexander Usyk versus Joseph Parker. I would not bid in that fight. Why not? Because you're trying to secure the trilogy between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. He's acting like a dictator. But of course, none of y'all gonna say it. Y'all like to watch me say a lot of shit. That's what I don't like about this community. I've been in these media, I've been in the arena, and some of these guys will walk up to me and say, yo, Punch, yo, I like his, yo, you saying some crazy shit, yo, I agree with you. Yo, I agree, but y'all like to see me outside. Y'all like to see me outside, though. Y'all motherfuckers in the industry won't be like, hey, yo, now Punch is a real one. Yo, keep him in. Yo, keep him in. Yo, give that motherfucker media credentials, man. The motherfucker is real, bro. He raw, man. We need people like that. No, these motherfuckers like to see me around the arena. Yo, Punch, you the man, yo. Punch, yo. Well, you ain't gonna be in the media. Nah, I ain't giving no media credentials. Yo, I'm shame. They don't want to call it out, but they like to hear. I'm gonna tell you right now what these motherfuckers be doing. They be paying attention to this channel when they go to these media folks, these promotional media folks. They like to listen to us. Then they go back to their office and be like, I got an idea. I got an idea, Bob Arum. I got an idea, Tom Brown. I got an idea, Eddie Hearn. What about this? Yeah, right. You listening to Punch Run Boxing. Yeah, right. Y'all listen to Punch Run Boxing. Y'all listening to this drunk with a mic. All promoters or dictators, they bosses like the real world. No way HLD Xander is good, has all the skills, but has no power. Virgil a dog. Man, Virgil. Will tear this kid apart, bro. Who crazy, bro? Hey, Virgil Ortiz be fighting like somebody did something to his mama. Virgil Ortiz is a man possessed, bro. When Virgil Ortiz will play his little guitar, he said, yo, why they not giving you? Because I'm too real and raw, bro. That's what it is. Because I'm too real. Because I'm too real, bro. Because a lot of these boxing media folks feel just like me, but they don't want to say the truth. They like to be in the pocket. They want to hold hands. They want to hold hands. Turkey, you know, in Turkey, you're so great in the sport of boxing. You know, you're humanitarian. What do you think about that? Y'all got balls, bro. Y'all don't got balls. Y'all want to make friends. Huh? Tell him the truth. Tell him the truth. Why you don't say, yo, Turkey, you did a stupid-ass move putting Bakoli versus Parker in 1 day's notice? Who the fuck you think they are? You think these guys are mother effing toys out here? Y'all didn't say that. Nobody even questioned Turkey Alalshikh. Nobody even questioned the dude. Nobody even questioned the dude. As much as this guy's putting good fights, he's also destroying the momentum of people, of a fighter's career. That Bakoli situation was the dumbest move in boxing, bro. The worst, stupid-ass move in boxing. But because it's Turkey, I'd say, oh, Turkey. And these guys go back and forth and say, assalamu alaikum, even though that they Christians and stuff like that, but they think that Turkey Alalshikh is actually Muhammad himself. They don't even want to fact check them. Even shout out to the boxing voice. Shout out to the boxing voice, Nesta Gibbs, Two Tone and stuff like that. Even they had Turkey Alalshikh in the interview, and Turkey Alalshikh says, "Oh, Tofima Lopez." Well, he basically said, "I don't want to do business if you disrespect my country and my religion." Tofima Lopez didn't respect your religion. As a matter of fact, that was Ryan Garcia. Because Ryan Garcia was the one that said that. Ryan Garcia was the one that actually said that all Muslims are pedos. And yet you gave Ryan Garcia a main event fight in Times Square, New York. So you can't tell me you're mad at Tio for dissing your country and religion. That wasn't Tio that dissed your country and religion. But why they didn't fact check him? Why they didn't say, why Two-Tone, my brother, didn't say, yo, Turk, nah, that wasn't Tio, that was actually Ryan. Because everybody in this community was actually checking Ryan for it. But then you let Turkey Alalshikh say, this is my country and my religion. When did Tofima Lopez came out here and did Saudi Arabia? When did Tofima Lopez say something crazy about Muslims? When? But you guys give these guys a pass, and then they believe in what they believe. You don't want to check nobody. You don't want to check nobody. And he not even checking them. It's fact checking them. It's like, nah, that wasn't actually Tio. What did Tio actually said? What did actually Tio said? No. But to get brownie points, that's a fact. People be acting like these guys is like, yo, that man, that man ties his shoes just like you. Matter of fact, he put chancletas just like you. They be like, yo, Punch, you can't. Yo, Turkey has done great job in boxing and also has fumbled bags, bro. If you got the money, I don't want to see no in-between fights. I don't want to see no interim fights. If Turkey is the guy that is better than these promoters and we're getting mad at these promoters because they're not putting the fight that we want to see, I don't want to see no Ryan and Rolly or Devin and Jose Ramirez. You should have put Ryan versus Devin straight away. You should. I didn't want to see no damn Deontay Wilder versus Parker and AJ versus Adewale. You should have put Deontay Wilder versus AJ. We've been waiting for goddamn almost a decade. I don't want to see no Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. I don't want to see Jake Paul doing a face-off with Alexander Usyk. That's why Joseph Parker was there. But none of y'all gonna say shit. Because you all trying to bite the ass pimples of Turkey. But let the drunk with a mic speak then. Let me say it. Let me say it. You're not going to say that Clarissa Shields ain't fighting nobodies. Because you think that by critiquing her, you're waiting on Clarissa Shields' punani juice. Keep it real and say the truth. She ain't fighting nobody. She fought a damn registered nurse, a part-time boxer in the worst division, weakest division of all boxing, bro. But no, you hating. I ain't hating. I'm keeping it real. That's why I don't get media credentials, because I keep it fucking real, and these motherfuckers in this community are fucking fake-ass frauds and nerds, bro. They all fake, bro, in this community, bro. All these fucking writers and YouTubers, all fake, bro. They don't keep it real. They scared. They scared to keep it real. And I'm not trying to say everybody, but shit, the most of them is fucking fake. Oh, Punch. Then they see me out here. Hey, oh, Punch. I like the shit that you. Why you don't say the shit that I be saying too? So I won't look like the fucking crazy one out here, bruh. Oh, that dude with the Punch is crazy. No, I just keep it real. Y'all all making me look crazy because y'all feel the same way that I feel, but y'all don't keep it real with them. Oh no, you just bigging up your boy. I critique my boy too. I hold my boy accountable just like that. Just like I could say, hey yo, damn, Tio. Damn, you should have fought fucking Devin Haney, right? For that $8 million. But also hold Turki accountable because he was supposed to get $11 million in his second fight. But none of y'all gonna say that. Y'all would rather see Tio Lopez get fucked over on his contract so we could see a fight. So I could say both ways. Damn, Tio, get that $8 million. Yo, $8 million is the most money you ever made in your career. It's to fight Devin Haney. You're going to whip his ass. But yo, Punch, Tio telling Punch, yo, I signed. I was supposed to get $11 million, so I'm supposed to take that cut? Well, why y'all don't question Turki? Yo, Turki. Tofima Lopez said that he signed a 3-fight deal leading up to the Barbosa fight. He was supposed to get $11 million. What happened in that deal? Why they cut his pay? No, your boy is bugging. How about the business of boxing is bugging? But I can hold them accountable as well. I want to see the fucking fight. Y'all motherfucker have Turki in y'all fucking face and don't forget how to ask a damn question. Y'all think that fucking Alalshikh is Muhammad. You ain't no fucking Muhammad. You just another motherfucker that wear chancletas in my grandmother's gown with a fucking turban in your fucking head. You ain't nobody but a fucking man, bro. And everybody should treat him like that. Because let me tell you right now, if Alalshikh pulls out of boxing, guess what happened to the damn sport? What's going to happen? Where the money at? Where the money at? Stop trying to pop his ass pimples and keep it boxing. Because fighters come and go, promoters come and go, the bag comes and goes. If it's not Al Heyman, it will be Turki. If it's not Turki, it'll be somebody else. If Top Rank ain't the main promoter, trust me, Top Rank will come down. Golden Boy will have their time. PBC will have their time. Golden Boy Promotion will have their time. Matchroom Boxing will have its time. Most valuable promotion is now uplading women's sports. Remember, it used to be Matchroom Boxing. Y'all motherfuckers out here in boxing was saying that Jake Paul should be outside of the sport of boxing. He's a clown. He shouldn't be in boxing. He's making a mockery out of the damn sport. But yeah, he pulled one of the greatest cards or the greatest woman card in the history of the sport of boxing. Uplifting women like nobody in any sport has uplift women. Not even Caitlin Clark is making the type of money that Most Valuable Promotion has given Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. But y'all motherfuckers will be out here with a shame campaign saying that Jake Paul is not good for boxing. But I was the crazy one back then saying that Jake Paul is good for boxing. Oh, yo, Punch, shut up. You crazy. Now what? I was the same crazy motherfucker that said that Amanda Serrano is a 7-figure fighter that is good, that she pulled out of the negotiation with Katie Taylor. You motherfuckers were saying that I'm fucking crazy, and now she's the fucking richest fucking athlete in boxing. Female. But I'm crazy, though. I'm crazy because y'all don't keep it real with the powers that be. Hey, yo, Eddie Hearn, pay these women money. You crazy, Eddie Hearn. Don't you have no fucking Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano in the backyard of your mansion? This is the best fight of women history. How dare you try to put Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor in the backyard of your mansion as a co-main to Povetkin and Deli and White? I spoke against it, but I'm crazy. You saw Madison Square Garden, not once, twice. You saw fucking 73,000 people out there in Dallas, Texas. But I'm crazy. Give me my motherfucking drink. I sound more real. I sound more realer than you all drunk than y'all sound sober. Yeah, get this. Yeah. This is the reason why I don't get media credentials, because I'm crazy. This is the reason. This is the reason. And then when I'm bigging up you fucking fighters, right? When I'm bigging up these fucking fighters and I give them a platform when nobody know who you fucking are, then when you get to a position, you're supposed to be like, hey, yo, Punch, get this man in here. Get this man in here. Keyshawn Davis, yo, Punch, come here. You was believing in me when nobody know who the fuck I was. Sharon Booth Ennis, Punch, come here. You was doing interviews with me when your team was telling me, yo, these are good interviews he's doing, because when he gets to a level, he could get used to doing interviews. I was interviewing Booth first than anybody out here, bro. Yo, Booth, Punch. You believe in me when nobody even knew who I was. Bang, come over here, bro. Come over here. That's why I love and respect Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano had me. I walked out Amanda Serrano out there in Dallas, Texas, in front of 73,000 people. Why? Because the respect was reciprocated. You think I had media credentials to that main event where Most Valuable Promotion knows that I am the #1 voice of Amanda Serrano? You think they gave me media credentials? No, they didn't. How you think I got that interview with Jake Paul? Nakisa told Jake Paul, hey, yo, this is the #1 supporter of Amanda Serrano. Do an interview. But when it's time for me to be in the building, no, it's fucking declined. But guess what? Who took me by the wing? Toma, Punch, you a supporter. Come with us. That's what these fighters should be doing. I said it a long time ago. I'm not going to get rid of media credentials. I'm too raw. I'm too real. But it's the responsibility of the fighters that gets me into the fucking building. I don't need an axe, so I need a bag. You know who the fuck I am. Yeah, that's why I'm crazy. I don't need a fucking ass. Y'all should be called. Hey, yo, get this nigga right here. A lot of these motherfuckers ain't loyal, bro. It's only very, very few. Oh, very, very few. I'm just a person that don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I keep it too real. It's too real. It's too raw. Too real and too raw, bro. Too real and too raw. A lot of people in boxing son mal degradecido, bro. Son mal degradecido. They fake. You know, you ever been to the club? You remember when you started going to the club? Before you know who the promoter was? Before you was a average and you ain't on the line? You remember when sometimes you know people that's on the door, right? They know who you are, right? I'm giving you this example how boxing is, bro. I'm giving you an example how boxing is. And that's why, man, I'm tired of this fake-ass community. Not y'all, but in the industry of the sport of boxing. Porque eso, toda esa gente son come mierda. Yo, that's like when you know the promoter. Let's say you know the promoter. You know the bouncer. You know the manager. And you go into the club, right? And you thinking you're going to get special treatment. You ain't going to make the line or nothing like that. Yo, but man, it's tough today, bro. Man, yo, I don't think I can let you in. What the fuck you mean, bro? Yo, how many people you got in? Man, I got these and I got my homeboys and shit like that. Or just me. All right, wait a minute. Let me go back. How many fellas is like this? How many fellas be like, man, I ain't making no fucking line. You know why? Because at a certain point, it's a disrespect. I ain't supposed to be making no line for nobody, bro. Rap Store Boxing Knowledge Smash. I ain't supposed to make no line for nobody, bro. I ain't supposed to make no line for nobody. Reciprocate the damn respect. That's what it is. And that's why I say that most of the people here is fake. Other boxing content creators know who I am. They Punch. Punch. But they scared if that door creeps up open, they think I'm going to steal the shine because ain't nobody got the delivery like me. Ain't nobody in this community. I'm not saying that none of these motherfuckers is trash, but ain't nobody can match this motherfucking energy. Ain't nobody that rocks a mic in the sport of boxing got the energy like Punch Run Boxing, and everybody knows it. When the door is cracked open, the Drunky Nations is coming in there, bruh. Nobody got this energy and intellect like Punch Run Boxing, and they know it. They know this energy. And I ain't the YouTuber also that's behind the screen that they don't show up. They see who are. They see me. Everybody, boxers, hey, what's up? Yo, Punch, you won't say the same shit you say in front of these people. Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm a genuine person, bro. If I know you, bro, I'm in no competition with nobody because I feel like I got my own delivery, my own style. English, Spanish. I got my own style and I show love to everybody. But the time when it's time to show love and reciprocate that love, motherfuckers act like they don't know. Eso lo que es, bro. Eso lo que es, my brother. Punch, why did you retire from free smoke boxing panels? Because people became fake, my brother. I was doing free smoke on my channel. But guess what? You show a lot of people love. You show them love. You bring them into a circle, and then they go around and start making videos just to make some views and then start dissing me for no reason. I show too much love to people, bro. I show too much love to people. Shout out to Ak and Barack. Two real ones, bro. Shout out to Ak and Barack. I remember, bro, I was in Dallas, Texas, bro. I didn't have no, there was no Uber around. There was nothing. Yo, Barack and Ak, yo, ride with us, bro. Where your car? We parked all over here, bro. Come with us, Punch. Shout out to Ak and Barack. Shout out to Ellie Setback. A lot of people talk shit about Ellie Setback. Ellie Setback was one of the first one to know to recognize me when I was out there doing the Manny Pacquiao and Ugas. And you know what Ellie Setback said to the rest of the media? Ellie Setback said, yo, we need somebody like this, real, raw, and fresh, bro. We need a fresh voice because they keep on giving the same media credentials to the same people. Ellie Setback is one of the realest ones out here that y'all be dissing. Fuck that. Ellie Setback is one of the realest ones out here. Fight Hub TV, one of the realest ones out here, bro. Yes, Ellie Setback is real, bro. He's real. When motherfuckers be looking and acting like they don't know you, Ellie Setback don't have a ego in his body. Yo, Punch, yo, Punch, come over here, Punch. And it was Ellie, my first media credential, and it was Ellie that was introducing me to the other media folk. Now, I understand why Ellie gets the door open for Manny Pacquiao and Robert Garcia Jim and Mike Tyson. I understand why Kobe Bryant respected Ellie Setback. I understand it porque ese tigre tiene un corazón bueno, eh. Ellie got a good heart. That's why when people try to come, yo, Ellie, and now fuck y'all, bro. I rock with Ellie, bro. I rock with Ellie. Every opinion doesn't have to be, you don't have to agree on every opinion. They don't have to agree with mine, but I could tell you who's fake and I could tell you who really real. I could write a book, bro. I could write a book in this community. Maldito pájaro son la gente también aquí, bro. Fucking fighters, you give them a fucking platform when nobody know who they are. They act like they don't know who you are when they reach to a level. Shout out to Showbiz the adult. Showbiz the GOAT. I call Showbiz the GOAT. The pound for pound #1 best in the sport of boxing. And you see how many people hate him? For what? because he got the traffic that you wish you have, because he has the views and the attention span that you used to have, because you seen Showbiz didn't need no cosigner and made it from the mud. When I was also in Dallas, as a matter of fact, after the fight with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, we was outside, and it was me, Showbiz, Ak and Barack had a 3 to 5 minutes conversation, and Ak and Barack, especially Barack, was telling me and Showbiz, yo, y'all doing y'all thing, bro. What I like about y'all is that y'all made it from the ground up, blah 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 blah, giving us some inspiration, showing us love. That's why Showbiz is blessed too, because Showbiz show love. Showbiz is not in competition with nobody. Showbiz could show love to anybody. He's not in competition. He's not a hater of nobody. That's why you get blessed. Showbiz is blessed, bro. I love to see Showbiz success. I'm rooting for Showbiz like this. Even when I'm not doing the channel, I'm not live, I can't catch him, because usually when he does live, that's my power nap and stuff like that. But I'm rooting for Show. I never say, hey, yo, I'm better. Nah, Showbiz is pound for pound number one, bro. Pound for pound number one. I'm rooting for him. Like, keep on doing your thing. When I seen him on the zone, I'm rooting for him. I'm proud. It's like, yo, because this is the YouTube boxing community. When you see Showbiz doing an interview for Ring Magazine, or you're doing an interview for the Zone, that's like when you see your homie. Like, this is the block right now, right? The YTBC is the block. When you see your boy go out there and do his thing, right? He's doing a special on CNN, on CBS, and he's doing this thing, and he still comes back to the block. That's Showbiz. That's Showbiz. Still comes back to the block doing this thing. That's how I see Showbiz. Still showing love. I could imagine how much people try to offer to buy Showbiz channel. I just could imagine. How much you want to bet that Showbiz says no? I could imagine that people try to probably give millions of dollars to buy his channel off of him, and he wouldn't. Facts. Preach. Everyone is given a lane to prosper. Stay in your lane. Punch your day coming, bro. Keep God first. God is always first. Everything second. That's why I say true to myself. That's why I only want to go where I'm wanted. That's why I only want to go where I'm wanted. I always give props all the boxing content creators, everybody, even the ones that people like to come on my channel sometime and try to put us at odds. I got a lot of love for a lot of these dudes, bro. I don't have to agree. They don't have to agree with me. A lot of these dudes been doing it for a long time. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. I seen Blue Blood Sports TV, when we see each other, bro, it's like it's all love. But I know there's a lot of people always wants us to beef. And it's been love since day one. And even if Blue Blood Sports TV want to disagree and say, yo, let's have a debate, we have those. He's come to my channel to debate on something. People so desperate to see people at odds. I got a lot of love for Blue Blood Sports TV, because it's not even about his channel. It's how you present yourself as a man, and him as a man, like, yo, as a camaraderie, as a respect there. If y'all mess with Cigar, I don't know him like that. I introduced myself to him, I think I introduced myself to him in the Gervonta Tank Davis, Lamont Roach, after the press conference. He was walking, I don't know if he was walking to his car, I was walking to my car, and I said, yo, you this, I was always saying Cigar Shop, something like that. And I know I didn't think got his name, but I seen an interview. I forgot what I said. Yo, yeah, I think I seen yo punch and stuff like that. And it was a small conversation leading up to the call. Yo, we should work or so whatever. But it is what it is. It was just left like that. But he's doing good. He's doing his grind. I'm saying I don't think that he is the thing with Cigar Talk. He don't come from the trenches of boxing content creation. He didn't come from this community. It looked like he was from the hip hop community, transition into the boxing community, and maybe he got some connections. He's getting some good interviews and exclusive, and you got to give him a lot of credit for it. You know what it is that, and look, they got their issues. I don't know about their issues like that. All I know is Showbiz. I see Showbiz see me, and it's like a family member. It's almost like, well, the way we say what's up to each other is like we happy that we're doing all, and that we're like, you know what I'm saying? It's all love. You feel me? Showbiz is one of the realest ones in person, bro. Showbiz is one of the realest ones in person. Blue Bloods is one of the realest in person. There's people that wanted to be at odds. Like, you know, like I never had a problem with 78 Sports TV. Been doing his thing for a long time. Shout out to 78 Sports TV. Doesn't matter about our opinions, but I could respect that he has a channel that has a good traffic and people support him, and he's doing his thing and he's feeding his family or help feed his family, whatever. I haven't met him. Yeah, but they cool. They cool. I mean, I don't have no problems with them. Shout out to the LDBC. I don't have no problems with them. So, you know what I'm saying? And when we see each other in person and we had some talk with Drew, and it was all love, bro. It's all if it's misunderstanding, every man is man enough to talk about certain things was happening, because I'm gonna tell you like this, folks, there's a lot of people that want to put us against each other, bro. There's a lot of people that want to put us against each other, man. And then there's a lot of people that also that they don't want to reciprocate that support and love as well. And I understand that. You know what I'm saying? There's other people that one day they like to do little conference calls. They you know how many people be trying to hit me up throughout the years to hate on somebody? Hey, yo, Punch, check this out. Yo, this person said this about you. Do you know how many messages I got? People showing me little clips of another boxing content creator saying this about you. And I don't care, because I be outside and nobody's saying nothing and be in person. You know, disrespectful. But nah, man, I keep it real, bro. That's why. A lot of these fighters too, so my nigga, they see they're ungrateful, bro. They're ungrateful. They like you. They be like, yo, Punch, you one of the realest ones. You fair. And then you criticize them one time. Oh, yo, stay on that side. Nah, man, I ain't fucking with you, Punch. Oh, no, you ain't. Nah. You. If I say that Canelo Alvarez is gonna whoop Terrence Bud Crawford, I was good with Bernie the Boxer. I used to showcase Bernie the Boxer on my platform. I'm cool with Coach Red, but Bud Crawford is their guy. So if I say that Canelo Alvarez is going to whoop Bud Crawford, and I feel like that fight is a mismatch, then they feel like I'm an enemy of Bud Crawford. And then the people that is around Bud Crawford, I don't know, maybe Shakur Stevenson, maybe Keyshawn Davis feels, oh shit, since he's not bigging up our guy, Bud Crawford, then we ain't fucking with you, Punch. And then this shit out here becomes so tribal. It's like you gotta work, you can't critique nobody, because somebody's with somebody, somebody's aligned with somebody, somebody's in a group with somebody, and that's what happened. That's the whack shit about this whole shit. You can't critique nobody, because if you critique Clarissa Shields, then I don't know if Shakur Stevenson and these people be like, I ain't fucking with Punch because I criticize Clarissa Shields, but I ain't criticize you. Everybody walking on tippy toe shit around here, bro. Everybody be on emotionals, all emotional. You can't say nothing about nobody, or you against them. You can't say nothing about nobody. You can't say that Subriel Matias, he don't got no defense. Oh, shut up. You hate Puerto Ricans. Yeah, because I say he don't got no defense. I hate Puerto Ricans. Oh, because you Dominican. If I say, yo, Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be Hector Luis Garcia, I got a bunch of people say, yo, but Puerto Dominicano, yo, why you don't support, man? Apoya. Oh, you want me to say that Hector Luis Garcia is gonna be Gervonta Tank Davis? Pero apóyalo. Gervonta Tank Davis le va a romper la boquita a Hector Luis Garcia. Soy estúpido, You can't say nothing out here, bro. Nothing. You can't say nothing. Then people like to say that, oh man, you on somebody meat. They like to bring the rainbow terminologies and shit like that, trying to feminize you if you support somebody. Oh, you on this meat. Oh, you glazing. Glazing what? What all this gay terms come around? Because you support somebody. That's the problem of this community as well. You can't even show love, or they feel, or they like to put you on somebody's pee-pee. You can't support nobody in American boxing. You on their shit. You on their dick. You glazing. It's like you talking about boxing and somebody is thinking about gay porn. Seems like our favorite fighter is Josue Vargas. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. You can't keep it real, bro. This is a community that you can't keep it real. If you want to move forward, it's like in boxing is a real term. Fight Fury Fields with the $10 super chat. Good looking now. The real problem is that we need both sides, but only one side is being underrepresented, and it's falling on you. Yeah, bro. Good looking now, Fight Fury Films. Just be real, respect the real. The real is not respected, JDL. The real is not respected, man. Why you think a lot of these boxing content creators be selling out? Nobody truly respects raw opinions, man. And then everybody is forced to truly become businessmen. You understand, JDL? Everybody is truly becoming businessmen out here. They don't want to talk boxing. They don't really want to talk how they feel, because it tampers with their growth. It tampers with their subscribers. If they say, I love Canelo Alvarez, but I say Canelo Alvarez declined. I remember the first video I did saying that Canelo Alvarez declined. One day I lost 89 subscribers by critiquing Canelo Alvarez, because I also praised Canelo Alvarez, but the Canelo Alvarez fan base would not allow me to critique Canelo Alvarez. They would not allow me. They'll say, F you, punch. But I still do. That's the difference. Unbiased boxing does not work in this community. You want people to be unbiased, you're not going to get supported, bro. You got to pick a lane. Just like if you in the cafeteria in jail, you got to pick. Got to sit with the blacks. You got to sit with the Latinos. You got to sit with the damn whites. It's like that, bro. And the neutral guys is like this, bro. The neutral people, man, don't get respect, bro. The neutral is like that. The neutral got no protection. The neutral guys have no protection. The neutral guys got no protection. If I critique Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson ain't gonna fuck with me. If I critique Brandon Lee, Boots Ennis ain't gonna F with me. That's how this game is. That's how this game is, bro. Towers, you got not a trade. I'm here with you. You know what I'm saying? Matias lost all the championship rounds against Puello. It's all fake, bro. All fake. When you were criticizing Tio, people loved that. They were saying, yeah, this more like that. Yeah, Jackie. They love it. They love it, Jackie. They love it. Like they can't. They want me to diss Tio, but I'm not dissing Tio. I'm just saying things that will benefit Tio. I'm saying, damn, yo, don't. This is Tofima Lopez, the most accomplished fighter of this young generation. Tofima Lopez, a Hall of Fame resume. Tofima Lopez, I rock with Tofima Lopez, win, lose, or draw. I just don't rock with Tofima Lopez because of what he does for the sport of boxing. I rock with Tofima Lopez as a man, as I know him. And I want him to do great as a human being. And I want him to be a great father. I want him to fight for his son. I want him to value his dad. I want his dad to value his son. I want him to be a great family man. I want him to be a great person. It's a different level of my support of Tofima Lopez. If Tofima Lopez never laced up the gloves, I would still be a supporter of Tofima Lopez. But being as a supporter of Tofima Lopez and being a friend is also keeping it real. And when there are things that he says publicly, then I will time in on publicly because he timed on something publicly. So I will time it. I will give my opinion publicly. I say, damn, no, Tofima Lopez. I say, don't diss Canelo Alvarez in person. Why? Because Canelo Alvarez never dish you in person. And I don't want people to look at my friend that I consider a friend that he got character flaws. So it's my way of saying, yo, my brother, stop talking about Canelo. Canelo Alvarez never dish you and stuff like that. Remember, the people that dish your sister and dish your niece in front of the whole world that was calling her a bitch. It was Terrence Bud Crawford that called your sister a bitch and your 14-year-old niece a bitch. And it was and before that, it was Devin Haney's team that was calling your sister and calling out of her name and calling on her and all that shit. So guess what? Why you ain't? I want you to beat the crap out of Devin Haney. I want you to be. I don't want you. Why are you going for Bud Crawford when they disrespected your family? You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis is the one that's saying that they slapped your dad up. How about you sign? Yeah. Fight Shakur Stevenson. You should want to know. You should want to be. You should want to fight with them. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Maybe I'm too loyal for my own good. Maybe it's that. If they don't agree with what I'm saying. Maybe somebody could be too loyal for his own good. That's what people be. Yo, Punch. Yo, you know what I'm saying? You supporting Tio. So what? That's my guy. But I'm still keeping it real with him. I support my guy, but I still keep it real with him. If motherfuckers don't value a friendship, I'm not saying he don't, but I'm just saying if motherfuckers don't value my friendship when they know my heart and I'm being real, then that's on them. Punch. Stay yourself always. You too real for all these clowns. They hate on you. I'm riding with you no matter what, bro. Good looking now, motivator always with $20. A comprar comida china. Appreciate you, brother. I didn't saw the whole fight between Matias versus Puello, but I saw. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought Puello won, but then when I look back at the fight as well, you know. I understand how judges could have given it to Matias because his effective constant pressure maybe in the 4 criterias, the judges value the effective pressure more than the clean effective punches. You know what I'm saying? Because Puello landed more effective punches, but it wasn't like it wasn't a lopsided punch count. So I could see why they would have given to him. I felt like Puello won the fight, but I could respect Matias when they look, this is what it is. I think that Puello won the fight, but we also say that a fighter needs to win. He needs to take it from the champion, right? Matias went out there to take it from the champion, and he approached it that way. And I respect that performance of Subriel Matias. It was not about Subriel Matias. It was about how I'm judging the scorecard. But the way that Matias went out there, he went out there to take it from the champion, and I could respect that. And that's why there's a lot of people out here that, right, that's it. They don't care about what Puello is doing because Matias took it to him, and I could respect that. And if he got the victory, I could respect that because he tried to take it from the champion. Like it's even if people don't agree, like it's weird, bro. It's just weird, bro. If I critique a black fighter, they say I'm racist, but ain't nobody supporting me when I'm bigging up Jamel Charlo for man years. Ain't nobody bigging up for with me or for me when I'm saying Demetre Andre is one of the most ducked fighters in of this generation. But because a lot of people hate Demetre Andre, y'all motherfuckers don't want to keep it real. Y'all don't think that Demetre Andre should get a shot versus a Munguia and Plan and Berlanga. Look how everybody turned out at 168. But no, you're just saying that because your boy. You're just saying that because he's your boy. Now I'm saying it because Demetre Andre was the #1 American amateur boxing, and everybody in boxing knows that. He was traveling all over the world, winning titles in the amateur, just like we respect Usyk, just like we respect Vasily Lomachenko, just like we respect Rigondeaux. But in American boxing, y'all want to shit on Demetre Andre. Demetre Andre should not be getting blackballed the way that he's getting blackballed. So I'm the only fucking YouTuber that speaks on it. And I'm not afraid to say that shit. Fucking Canelo Alvarez should have fought Demetre Andre in 160 for the middleweight undisputed. But because no. But yeah, why not keep it real? It benefits. It would have benefit Canelo Alvarez as well. He could have been right now. Canelo Alvarez would have become the first 2-division undisputed world champion. But no. Fight Fury Films, Colo. Yeah, Beso. Good looking now. Appreciate you. God bless you. Said we need to see how much power Drunk Nation has, and we should put in the pressure on Turkey to make the best fight. Tio, what do you guys say? Yeah, man. Turki Al-Shay needs to put his feelings to the side because this is boxing. This ain't no beta male, beta female community. Turki Al-Shay needs to put his feelings to the side, just like he put his feelings to the side with Ryan Garcia, and get Tofima Lopez a unification bout versus Subriel Matias versus a fight with Shakur Stevenson will be good as well. Richardson Hitchens and stuff like that. Do right for the sport. Since you're here for the sport, Turki Al-Shay, then do right for the sport and leave your fucking feelings to the side like every promoter does, every manager does, and every fucking fighter has to do. Because saying that, you will not work with Richardson Hitchens unless that Richardson Hitchens signs with Eddie Hearn is being a fucking dictator, okay? It is being a dictator. Because you're forcing this man to sign with Eddie Hearn and give up 20% when he don't have to. That is being a dictator. You're not going to be on my card unless you sign with Eddie Hearn. Well, I don't have to sign with Eddie Hearn. My manager could work strictly with you. Keith Connolly strictly with you. Why you wouldn't work with me? Why you wouldn't give me a fight? And I'm a champion, unless if I got to sign to Eddie Hearn, I have to sign with Eddie Hearn to get through you. So I voluntarily have to give Eddie Hearn 25% or 20% when I don't have to. Devin Haney doesn't have to. Canelo doesn't have to. You're not telling Canelo, sign with Eddie Hearn, or I'm not going to work with you. Yo, Bud Crawford, sign with Eddie Hearn, or I'm not going to work with you. That's unfair to do with Richardson Hitchens. Oh, no. You're dictating him. You're almost forcing him just to do business, to sign and pay somebody 20. He's not going to need that. That's effed up. But nobody's going to say to Turkey. Why? Yo, Turkey, why does Richardson Hitchens need to sign with Eddie for you to make a fight for him? Nobody going to ask Turkey that question. Y'all don't think that's effed up? Again, I like what Turkey has done for the most part in the sport of boxing. But there's certain things that just doesn't make sense, man. And he's moving in a way como ese tigre de que el matatán del todo. Yo soy el líder presidente de toda vaina. Ustedes son mierda. That's the impression que a mí no me gusta la gente así. I don't like people with their nose up and act like they're God. He's acting like he's a God, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Y'all could be biting his ass pimples all y'all want. But he's the man with the money. Fuck the man with the money, bro. F the man with the money. I don't give a damn if you got unlimited money up your ass. You a man just like me. Stop looking down on these fighters that be risking their lives. They put themselves in position to get that fucking so you could work and respect them. Riches and Hitches does not have to sign with Eddie Hearn for you to work with him. You're making them get more. You're making them cut a pay a percentage that doesn't need to be cut. But why they don't say that? Why they don't tell Turkey that? Why you trying to regulate shit like that? Why you trying to like indirectly make Bivol not want to fight David Benavidez because he was gonna do business with Turkey? But you're a guy that cares about the sport of boxing. Nah, bro, you want to control everybody. You're a control freak. Stop being a control freak. And everybody keep it real, so I won't look like the ass out here. Keep it real. Y'all looking on. You other boxing content creators and independent media and journalists is looking on right now. Y'all looking at this shit right now. Keep it real. Because right now, what y'all saying in y'all heart and y'all mind, y'all saying, it's true, Punch. This guy is saying the truth. But you don't got the balls like me. And most of you guys are fucking grown-ass men. Have the balls. Have the balls, Mike Coppinger. Have the fucking balls. To ask him, yo, my man, yo, Turkey, why does Richardson Hitchens needs to sign with Eddie Hearn? Why? Odie Dolo Depot. You got him on speed dial. Stop worrying about holding hands with Turkey and keep it real with him, bro. That's our culture. We got the freedom to say what we want to say. Just like it's your culture to hold a man's hands, is a culture right here that we have the freedom of speech to speak up. Can negotiate a contract with Lopez and then renegotiate it if it doesn't fight Ennis and Tio ducked and Tio's a horrible, that's pure BS. Exactly. Exactly. Do I like it? Do I feel like I didn't want Teofimo Lopez to kill the momentum. I know that $8 million is good money, but also, why are we knocking Teofimo Lopez? Because he has principle and not falling for and not taking just any money. Eso duele también, right? That hurts too. That you can't dictate nobody with the money. Maybe that's the reason why people don't like Tio, or they don't like Tio right now. It's not that Tio disrespected his country, because Tio never disrespected Saudi Arabia. He never disrespected them. He never disrespected the religion. He never disrespected that. Maybe when you say no to a rich, wealthy person, that's something they can't take. A narcissist, rich person, wealthy off his ass, and a narcissist at that, because there's great people with money and humanitarians that they help people around the world. I'm not saying that money is evil. People use money and be evil, but there's people that use money and be wonderful and help out others in need or be charitable. But maybe a guy like Turkey, he didn't respect Tio because the money didn't dictate him. And let me tell you like this, I've been around the narcissists with money. You say no to them, they find like a disrespect, because everybody around them is a yes man. From the women that does, from the cook, from the women that cleans their house, their nannies and all of that, they rule everybody around them. Everybody is working. Everybody's yes, 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 sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, 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 yes. As soon as they hear the word, oh, can you do this? No. But the fuck you mean no? What you you know? Here's $8 million. You never made $8 million in your life. He's $8 million. No, motherfucker, you gave Ryan Garcia $20 million to face Rolly Romero. Who the fuck you think I am? Maybe that was the energy. And he couldn't take it. Maybe Tofima Lopez have so much respect of his accomplishment that you throw him $8 million to my face. You telling me that you gave Devin Haney $10 million to face Jose Ramirez. You gave Ryan Garcia $20 million to face Rolly Romero, and you pushing pennies to my face when I'm your Ring Magazine champion and I'm the most accomplished fighter in this whole fucking card, and I play the third fiddle, and now it's time for me to make my $11 million, and you want to shortchange me? But to fight Devin Haney, but you gave Devin Haney $10 million to fight fucking Jose Ramirez? How about that energy? Why nobody's on Tio's side? Oh, y'all don't want to see it from that point, right? Y'all don't want to see it from that point. Because the narrative is, well, he should have took the fucking $8 million because he never made that money in his life. Well, what about if you was working minimum wage and you was making $15 an hour, right? And they promised you that you was going to make $22 an hour. Right? And they come back around and says, yo, here's $16 an hour. No, but you told me that I was going to get $22 an hour. That was the contract that we constructed. That was the term. That's the reason why I stayed in this job, because you told me that I was going to get $22 an hour. But no, but man, you making $16 an hour. You making more than you ever made. Is that fair? Is that fair? No. That's shaming me. You're playing me. That's what it is. If we work the deal and you say you gonna give me this X amount of dollars, and I made this X amount of dollars here, and I sacrificed to make less money than I was going to get with Subran Matias because I said you was going to give me $11 million in my second fight, and then you give me the shortchange money, but then you're going to push that shit to my face. Well, you making more money than you ever made. That's not what we worked. I took the fucking deal with Barbosa because I knew the deal that I'm going to make $11 million after that. And if you don't give me my $11 million in my second fight, the third fight, you're going to shortchange me too. So you playing with me. Why nobody see it from Tio's point of view? Oh, no, because he gotta suck off for that $8 million. But none of you guys are going to keep it real with Turki. Why you effed up his deal? Has anybody asked Turki Alalshikh, hey, yo, Turki, Tofima Lopez said that he was going to make $11 million. The boxing voice said it, and he said, I'm not going to discuss the number. Why are you not going to discuss the number? Because that's the reason why that's the reason why Tofima Lopez said what he said. Es un falta de respeto. It doesn't matter the amount. The amount is that the boxing world, you and I, and everybody's looking on right now on Twitter and YouTube, know that Tofima Lopez is more accomplished than Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. And Tofima Lopez is the only Ring Magazine champion, lineal champion, 140-pound division, in which Turki bought Ring Magazine. The only champion in that fucking card was Tofima Lopez. And he's the third fiddle. He got paid the less. As a matter of fact, Tofima Lopez got paid less than Rolly Romero. So don't you think Tofima Lopez is looking at this? Yo, y'all gave Ryan $20 million, not to face Devin Haney, to face Rolly. And y'all gave Rolly $5 million. Reportedly, allegedly. I'm just talking about the numbers that's out there. I'm just talking about the numbers that's out there. And you guys are going to pay me $8 million to face Devin? Pero quien yo soy, es que yo estoy siendo en el boxeo. And it's not about selling, folks. I don't want to hear it's about selling, because Turki Alalshikh doesn't care about the gates. And he don't care about pay-per-view numbers. So it's all about the respect. Right? So you should put people lined up. Like, there's fighters in the Reha season card in the Ring Magazine that they could be the whole headline. Hey, yo, Puello versus Matias could have been his own card in Puerto Rico. In the Barclays Center. Puello versus Matias could have been its own main event. So it's not about the money. Shakur Stevenson versus William Cepeda could have been his own main event. Thank you. It's about principle. And because Tofima Lopez showed principles, you guys didn't support him. Because what people wanted Tofima Lopez to do is hold hands with Turki and take whatever money. If Turki Alalshikh would have given Tofima Lopez $5 million, people would have said, but take the $5 million because that's the most money you ever got paid. If Turki Alalshikh would have gave Tofima Lopez $4 million, you guys would have said, but take $4 million because that's the most money you ever got paid. Just like y'all was shaming Tofima Lopez to take that $2.8 million. But I understand. Tofima Lopez has also stated certain things that has rubbed certain communities the wrong way, like the black community, like the Puerto Rican community and stuff like that. I understand. And me as a supporter and a friend also have hold Tofima Lopez accountable for that. Even when he performs and he hasn't performed to the level, when he didn't perform to the level of his expectation, even with Steve Claggett, I did a video about it. I told Tofima Lopez how I felt. I said, my brother, you way better than this. It's a takeover 2.0. You got to put a team that's extension of you. You too good for this. You shouldn't be standing in the ropes like that, my brother. You got one of the best. You're one of the most athletic fighters of this generation. Nah, that's unacceptable. You think that Tio and his dad felt like, yo, come on, Punch? Yeah, of course, friends feel like that because, of course, the whole world of boxing, most of the world is critiquing you and you know what I'm saying, and playing you, and then you see a supporter probably echoing the same sentiment, but you know when it's coming from me. You know if I'm critiquing, you know it's coming from a good place. You know it's coming from a good heart. I'm not coming I'm not coming from a hater's point of view. I'm coming from a supporter's point of view. And then what Tofima Lopez tried to do, he tried to work with Eddie Reynoso. Then Eddie Reynoso didn't want to work with him. But even I said, who cares? It doesn't matter because Eddie Reynoso was only an addition, was only a plus. I respect Tofima Lopez Sr. I respect how he built his son. And I respect that Tofima Lopez was also a 2020 trainer of the year. It was a plus. You guys may not respect Tofima Lopez Sr., but Tofima Lopez Sr. is one heck of a trainer. And I know that for a fact. I've seen him in action. I've been to a camp. I know how he worked. The dude is a motherfucker smart. And his son wouldn't be in the position or accomplish the goals that the accomplishment he wouldn't if Tofima Lopez accomplished the goals that he accomplished because of his dad. Love him or hate him. That's the facts. So Eddie Reynoso wasn't with Tofima Lopez. How did he perform versus Barbosa? A lot of motherfuckers were saying that Tofima Lopez needed Eddie Reynoso because he needed to learn how to cut the ring off. No, how about you tell the other fighter, stop running like a little ass bitch? How about that? Because we all know we don't like runners. Instead of telling Tofima Lopez to cut the ring off, how about we tell runners to stop running? Oh, the only reason we like to tell fighters to don't run if it's Devin Haney, but if it's Jermaine Ortiz that's running and Tofima Lopez trying to catch him, then you blame it on Tofima Lopez because you want to hate on Tio. So now you hate the aggressor and you love the runner in Jermaine Ortiz, but you hate the runner in Devin Haney and give the aggressor the benefit of the doubt, Jose Ramirez. Come on, man. Stop playing games out here in this boxing community shit. Can't speak for all Puerto Ricans, but I didn't take offense to what Tio said. I know that's just the fighter side talking. I know this is what it is, man. Everybody human, and one thing about Tio is he wears his emotions in his sleeve, and his reaction right away may not be the right reaction, and that in talking as well. So when everybody is trying to downplay Tio with Matias, who hasn't done shit, compared to Tio at the time, Tio's going to react like, man, he hasn't done nothing, bro. The only way that people know him is by calling me out. He hasn't beaten nobody. He hasn't really done nothing to the what I've done. And then he went on because to stiff it to get people mad the way they getting him mad, then he added that the Puerto Rican fighters ain't this, ain't this. But then when you say that, you shitting on the other Puerto Rican fighters that actually got a lot of love for you. Edgar Berlanga had a lot of love for Tofima Lopez. Xander Zayas had a lot of love for Tofima Lopez. So you just didn't, by going at Matias like that, you actually shit on the other fighters that even are Puerto Ricans that were supporting you. So I understand as a human, we're human. Some of us experience life. We know sometimes we try to go at somebody and somebody gets the bullet as well. And that's not fair to them. And that, for me, that was the situation. It wasn't about Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about that. It's that he was trying to hurt somebody's feelings, but also hurt some. It's almost like if you want to diss somebody for their sexuality, right? If somebody is pájaro and you go at him and you try to disrespect, you effing and you know all the derogatory, you homo, you fag, toda esa vaina, right? But then your cousin or your aunt or your brother or your sister or your uncle or whatever is from the gay community. They take it to offense because you was trying to hurt that person's feelings, right? You hurt somebody. That's the situation. That's an example of the situation. Lopez wasn't talking about all PR fighters. He said about this generation and people took it out of context. Yeah, they did. They did took it out of context. But also, everybody has accountability also. Sometimes the way that you say, right? Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it sometimes, right? That's what people say, right? I can't speak. But yeah, man. Again, the Clarissa Shields performance was under her skill set. You know, I wasn't a fan of her performance. I wasn't a fan of her body, how she looked. I think that maybe Papoose is a distraction, in my opinion. I feel like she looked like in the worst shape of her career. Like I said earlier, I think the Clarissa Shields looked like in the worst shape of her career. We've seen her in shape. You know, and as it look, it's a beautiful thing that she's in love. Anybody that finds love is good. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, that love is real. You know, there's a saying, you know, I always say that boxing translates to life itself. Itself. You know what I'm saying? You know, there is women out there that are in vulnerable position, just like men. There's women there on vulnerable position. There's men that like to take advantage of vulnerable women. You know, that's weak men, right? You know, there are men and that likes to take advantage or even deal with women in vulnerable position. Those are weak men. They know that they could take advantage of a woman and stuff like that. Rap Star Boxing Honest was good. Tio's new friends are the Vargas brothers or the Vargas family. You know, hey man, you know, make some friends, you know, because I think that a lot of these fighters, they don't have friends. It bothered me, but I love boxing too much and I love Tio too. So it is what it is the past. Let's go, Tio. Let's go. Yeah, man. Antonio Shield needs to focus on her career. Yeah, I think that I remember when a lot of people were saying, a lot of people would be like, yo, Clarissa Shields go. Clarissa Shields could have stayed in a weight range where it could have been respectful, where it could have been that. It shouldn't have been that hard for her to come back down. You remember when Clarissa Shields said that she wouldn't want to fight Katie Taylor because if she needs to go down in weight, she don't want to lose her ass. So, you know what I'm saying? Her looks is important to her. You know, but it is what it is. I think that to be honest, I just think that there's no really opponent for Clarissa Shields. There is Crew de Jorn. I think she beats Crew de Jorn. There is Shadja Green. I think the Clarissa Shields could be Shadja Green, but if she probably continues, she says she wants to have a baby with Papoose, and she had a tattoo of Papoose name on it. I'm like, hey, she's in love, and you know what? Sometimes love does bad, and sometimes love does good. You know, sometimes love does bad, and sometimes love does good. You know, congrats to Clarissa for the victory, but that main event was not fun to watch. Y'all seen her looking crazy in the heels. She couldn't even walk right. Clarissa Shields, she's ahead of her time, especially in her weight class. She's so much of ahead of her time. It's not all her fault. She is very, very good. She is great. She is great. And she's just not as small as these other girls where there's a lot of competition. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes, you know, just like you know, at one time there's a division that you campaigning in, and it's not that great, and people want to question your greatness. You know, look, when Terrence Bud Crawford was at a 140-pound division, it was nothing like the way that 140-pound division is now. You know what I'm saying? Now look at the champions: Matias, Tio, Gary Antoine Russell, Richards and Hitchens. Like the 140-pound division is way better than what Terrence Bud Crawford was at 140. Sometimes the division is not lit, and people want to question your greatness. So I understand what Clarissa Shields at light heavyweight and heavyweight. Like, it's not it. It's just not it. And I'm not going to beg Clarissa Shields to lose 30 pounds, 30, 40 pounds to compete with the likes of Alicia Baumgartner, Katie Taylor, Chantel Cameron. It's not fair. But again, I believe that Xander Zayas is a good fighter. I think he could show more. I think he's only 22 years old. I don't think that he beats Virgil Ortiz, but I don't think he beats Virgil Ortiz, but I believe that a fight with Josh Kelly or Erickson Lubin would be a great fight. And I think if he passed those tests, you know, I think that now he's really, I love the way that Matchroom is moving him. Put it that way. Take his time. It's no rush. You don't need to rush Xander Zayas, but he's a champion now. He got responsibilities. You know, Rohan Polanco need to step up. I think that Rohan Polanco beats Brian Norman, but Brian Norman, he's so young that also Brian Norman Jr. is so young that maybe he's going to show. If he beats Devin Haney, then we're talking about something really, really special. You know what I'm saying? If he beats Devin Haney the way that Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney, and everything is all, you know, doesn't come out with an abstract and shit like that, then of course, man, I think Brian Norman Jr. could do it, but I'm siding with Devin Haney just a bit. I think Lubin beats Virgil Ortiz. Ooh. I think that would be a good fight, though. It'll be a banger, bro. Because Lubin fights, man. Lubin fights. That would be a good fight. But I want to see Lubin versus Xander. I think at this point, Erickson Lubin deserve a title shot. And I think that Josh Kelly deserve a title shot as well. But yeah, man, this fight also with Tofima Lopez, I want to see that fight. Hopefully the Turki Alalshikh, you know what I'm saying, put his feelings to the side and get Turki back in the mix. I mean, get Tio back in the mix and give him the type of respectable pay that you're giving everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, also I want Tofima Lopez, even though that he didn't get the $11 million, I understand, but also understand that $8 million was generational wealth as well. You know, and think about your children as well, because you don't know, nothing is promised tomorrow. You know, nothing is promised tomorrow, and hopefully he get the fight. I don't think that, to be honest, if everything is working on all cylinders, when his physical ability and intellect is coexisting at the highest level, I don't see nobody being Tofima Lopez. I'm not saying he's not going to have a hard fight. I think Gary Antoine Russell is going to be a hard fight. I think Richards and Hitchens could challenge Tio. I think that Matias will succeed in certain rounds, but I think that Matias is tailor-made for Tio. But I think it will be an interesting fight. It will be a Barnes and burner. And I think a Shakur Stevenson is a tough outing for anybody. You know, he's not going to make it easy. But I think when it comes to like the it factor and experience and when Tio's in his bag, I just don't see nobody really beating him, man. I don't see nobody beating him, but I could see a lot of those names that I just said challenge him. But yo, y'all already know tomorrow we back at it. We gonna go live tomorrow. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.